Aerial coverage provided by Goodyear, superior performing tires to face challenging conditions on the track and on the road. Goodyear, the official tire of NASCAR. Gene Haas, the owner, talking with Danica Patrick, part of the Stewart Haas race. Hi, Gene. Hey, Danica. And Haas Automation out in Oxnard, California. Carl Edwards sitting on the pole and hoping to win for the third time this year. From Daytona in February to Sonoma in June. You're watching NASCAR.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats as the Travis Air Force Base Honor Guard presents our nation's colors. Please remain standing as Tim Boovey, track minister for Sonoma Raceways, offers our invocation.
Gracious God, we give thanks today for that which makes our country great, the freedoms we all cherish, the freedom to be ourselves, the freedom to believe as our hearts dictate, the freedom to pursue happiness in our own unique ways. We pray for those who defend our freedoms at home and abroad. Help us all to firmly stand against those who would injure the freedom of others. In your many names we pray, amen.
Here to perform our national anthem, please welcome from Transcendence Theater's Broadway Under the Stars in Sonoma Valley, Q Smith.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at our twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
A stirring rendition, ready to race. Will we see another first-time winner this season? How will the rookies do on the road course?
Welcome to the Toyota Save Mart 350. I'm Keith Dahl from Toyota. And on behalf of nearly 40,000 Toyota team members across the U.S. and more than 1,200 Toyota dealers in your communities, we're pleased you could join us here today for the first road course race of the season here at beautiful Sonoma Raceway. We're proud of the Toyota teams and drivers competing here today. To already have 5 Camry drivers qualified for this year's chase after winning 8 races so far this season is quite an accomplishment. It's a real testament to teamwork, engineering, and performance. Be sure to watch for the Toyota Camry pace car. The Camry has been built right here in the U.S. for more than 30 years. It's no wonder why approximately 80% of all Toyotas ever sold here are still on the road today. We're grateful to all of you who've helped make Camry the best-selling car in America for the past 14 years. Once again, thanks for watching and enjoy the race.
Thank you, Keith and Toyota. Sunoco fueling victory. Looks forward to Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s 27th career win when that happens. He won by this time last year. He's been second 4 times this season. A first Sonoma win would be, for his fans, a perfect Sunoco fueling victory. Back with Michael Waltrip in the eyes of Martin Truex. We heard who Darrell and Jeff liked today. Michael, who do you like?
I like that guy. Martin Truex Jr.'s got a fast car. You talk to the guys in the garage area, they say Truex or Kurt Busch could be another one of your favorites.
How about a long shot like Jamie McMurray?
He's won the 24 Hours of Daytona. He definitely knows how to get it done on the road races. 2 poles in a row here in 13 and 14. He'll be fast today as well.
And the veteran Matt Kenseth, who is a past champion. Denny Hamlin, who got to ride around the streets of San Francisco, the Daytona 500 winner, with our Larry McReynolds. He's ready to race here in Sonoma, so let's head trackside for the command.
And now, for the most famous words in motorsports, please welcome your Grand Marshals, Sonoma State University President Ruben Armillana, and from Toyota of Santa Cruz, Mark Schultz.
Drivers, start your engines!
Drivers representing 22 states racing today, in California, with 9 drivers in the field, leads them all. Sonoma, California, perfect setting to bring you the Fox FS1 final NASCAR race of 2016. And from the closest finish in the history of the Daytona 500 to a record-setting performance in NASCAR's longest race, the Coca-Cola 600, it's been a fun ride. And to take us through it one more time here in 2016, let's go back up to Darrell Waltrip, Jeff Gordon, and Mike Joy.
Thank you, Chris, and hi, everybody. This place is such a study in contrast. It's a fun place to watch a race. 10 different winners in the last 11 races. Consider the front row. Carl Edwards drove a traditional road racer's lap and stayed on the asphalt, just tickled the curbs. A.J. Allmendinger, curb climbing, curb hopping, bouncing all over the place. Two completely different approaches, but they share the front row.
Yeah, Carl Edwards is known as one of the best drivers in this series, but maybe not the best road racer compared to A.J. Allmendinger, but his car and his team, and you take that whole package and it's hard to beat. But A.J. Allmendinger, his skills on a road course, as you mentioned, bouncing off these curbs, he knows how to go really fast here. I think that's the great equalizer, and I can't wait for this head-to-head battle.
I can't either. Now, Darrell, you can drive this place with reckless abandon for a lap or two.
Yeah, it probably won't pay off. I tell you, road racers, there's a skill to driving a road course. You know that. You've driven some of them. You got to stay on the course. But then there's guys that say, I don't know anything about those skills. I just know how to get around here. That's a Kyle Busch, or maybe even an A.J. Allmendinger. They'll throw that car up on that curb, bounce it off of there, out in the dirt. Sometimes they end up at Victory Circle.
And wait till you see the line in turn 4. It's totally the other side of the outside berm. I can't believe it. Larry McReynolds.
Yeah, Mike, we first started coming here to race at Sonoma in 1989. Now, over those years, the length of this race has only changed a little bit, but strategy has been all over the place. From that first race in 89 to the mid-90s, we ran strategy conventional. You felt like you ran long enough to need fuel or tires, you came to pit road. But then teams started realizing the importance of track position. How can we make this race on 2 stops? So what you did, you knew how far you could go on fuel. The minute you got to that lap, you could make it on 1 more stop, come to pit road under green or caution. The minute you knew you could get to the end, you did the same thing. You came to pit road 2 stops. We saw it last year, and I think we'll see it to the day. The importance of tires, how much this track has lost grip, these cars sliding around. I think if you're going to win this race today, minimum of 3 trips to pit road, possibly 4 or 5.
Wow. Road racing. Simply unpredictable. This is going to be fun. It's the Toyota Save Mart 350, 350 kilometers, 110 laps around Sonoma Raceway today. NASCAR on FS1. Beautiful day. Sun-drenched racetrack. Yesterday, it nearly hit 100 degrees here. Today, 84 right now. Very low humidity, high track temperature. Here's your Geico starting grid. Carl Edwards, the 2014 winner, gets his first Sonoma pole. A.J. Allmendinger, third straight front row start. A pair of winners in row 2, Martin Truex 2013, Kurt Busch 2011. Kyle Larson, every time he's come here, he started top 5. Denny Hamlin, 5th here in 09. Joey Logano won the circuit's last road course race at Watkins Glen. Kyle Busch, a 2-time winner here. Paul Menard finished 5th here in 2014, and 7-time NASCAR road course winner Tony Stewart. Danica Patrick, Brad Keselowski, row 6. Have a look through the rest of the field. Let's talk to our road course ringer.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. A.J. Allmendinger, Jeff Gordon up in the FS1 booth. You got me, buddy?
Yeah, I got you, Jeff.
AJ, you're so good at these road courses. I mean, a lot of people really fear your road racing skills. I mean, what is it that makes you so good at these types of tracks?
I've watched a lot of videos of you, Jeff, around here, so that's what makes me so good. You know, it's something that I love road course racing. I think a driver can make more of a difference here. It makes it a lot of fun. It's what I grew up doing. So we're going to do everything we can to put this Ralph Kingsford Chevy up front. You know how it is around here. Slick tires, hard on tires, a lot of strategy, so it's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, I love watching you around this place. You've got a pretty aggressive driving style, and we know how important tire conservation is. We also know how important it is for you guys to have a great points day today to get up that top 16, maybe even get that win to get you in the chase. So, you know, how are you going to go about that today?
Well, we're just going to see how the race plays out. You know, a lot of strategy depending on when the yellows fall. You know, as we talked about, tires are so key, so trying to be aggressive but still be easy on the tires. It's kind of a tap dance around here trying to figure out how to do that. So we're going to see. You know, we're going to have a lot of fun here, and at the end with 10, 15 to go, if we got a shot to win, we're going to go get it, and if not, try to get the most points we can.
All right, thanks for talking to us. Go get them.
Thanks, man.
Let's get down to pit road where we also have a road course ringer, but first, Matt Yoakum.
Mike, Kurt Busch, when you look at his attacking, aggressive style, it pays dividends at most racetracks that the series goes to, but it doesn't here at Sonoma. He told me he's going to have to back it down a notch, approaching it more like a dry, slick dirt track, just trying not to buzz those rear tires and keep them under him for the length of the run. He's looking for a monster day here at the Serpentine Road Course. A win, it'd be his second here at Sonoma. Jamie Little?
Well, Jimmy Johnson in the 48 team has cooled a bit over the last 6 races, scoring just one top 10 finish. But Jimmy assured me that will change today. He said he messed up in qualifying, but he feels like this car has so much speed, and it's one he can be aggressive with, so he can pass his way from 15th to 1st. Chris?
But Brad Keselowski feels like he's come close at Watkins Glen, but here at Sonoma, it's still a bit of a mystery. He said he did have good speed in practice and qualifying, but he didn't do any long runs. So how is his car going to be after 15 laps? Well, that's a bit of a mystery too. Larry?
Yeah, Chris, I'll definitely be following the strategy, but I do think the heat is going to be the big story. Now, let's take a look at our Toyota race analysis. 110 laps, that's 350 kilometers. Pit road speed, 40 miles per hour. The pit window, 36 to 42 laps. And Mike, the grip level of this racetrack, probably going down over the day, 1 to a 2.
Thanks, Larry. The 2016 Toyota Camry XSE leads the field around. They're out of turn 10, high speed, right-hand corner, about 30 degrees. Bumper cam on board Denny Hamlin on the front bumper.
Boy, we're going to have some fun with this bumper camera today, bouncing over those curbs.
I like that shot.
And now down into turn 11, which is more like a paper clip than Martinsville. Look how tight this is.
Keep an eye on those tires there on the inside. I don't know if they're going to stay there the whole race.
The party porch at turn 11. Onto the straightaway, more or less, in front of the pits. A little jog there. That corner doesn't have a number or a name. And they'll address themselves to the start line.
All right. Time to go racing on the road course. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Ooh, let's go racing, boys, and we'll see you in February.
Boy, Allmendinger comes right back. I thought Edwards caught him napping at the start, but AJ's right there.
Well, AJ's known to be super aggressive. He didn't get a very good start at all. Carl really got a good launch. I expected AJ to be leading by turn 3. Maybe it's going to be turn 7.
Into turn 4, and look at this line up and over the berm. Don't hit that wall and get going for turn 7.
Look at Carl Edwards put on the big block to AJ Allmendinger. He got a good run off of turn 4.
Jeff, I think Carl knows if I can hold AJ off a little bit here, maybe a lap, I can get away from him.
I agree, and I think that's why AJ Allmendinger, as we swing through these S's, the flowing S's off of turn 8, downhill, fast right-hander or left-hander in turn 9 into turn 10. This is it right here. This is a big move right here for AJ to get a run on Carl. He wants to get that lead early.
Just not going to be able to do it. He's not up alongside of Carl. Carl's going to hold him off here.
First gear.
All the way to first. Accelerate hard out of that corner.
Edwards leads the first lap side by side for third, and Kurt Busch
Look who made a great move on the
spot.
Did you see that great move on the outside in the braking zone into turn 11? That's what gave Kurt Busch that opportunity to get by Martin Truex Jr.
He loves that outside on the start of a race, restart of a race. He and Kyle will go on that outside when nobody else will go.
A lot of drivers will be conservative and use that inside lane to block the passing move. That gives you an opportunity to carry a lot of speed and maybe get positioned just like Kurt Busch did.
Yeah, a lot of opportunity right there.
Now another road course ringer in this field is former IndyCar star Patrick Carpentier, and he got into Eric Almirola right there. Carpentier's in the 32, and actually was Almirola giving him a nerf.
That's pretty good road racing right there.
Yeah, I thought that was just
nudge him out of the way a little bit.
Great race up here, battle for the lead.
Well, AJ is hanging right with Carl Edwards. He come down into turn 10 again. Jeff trying to set Carl up for this all-important try to pass him into turn 11 down here.
Yeah, I was impressed with Carl Edwards' braking skills that last time into 11, and he does it again. I mean, that's where AJ Allmendinger, being a true road racer like he is, even though he's been in the Cup Series for a number of years now, he really knows how to get into those braking zones deep.
You saw Kyle Busch going after teammate Denny Hamlin. Now you're riding on Hamlin's front bumper. 140 miles an hour, just past start finish. Down to 53 miles an hour at turn 2.
And it feels like it too, Mike. These corners are so slow.
Now what I've found happens a lot here, you try to set your car up for a longer run to have more rear tire grip on the long run, and what that does, takes a lot of speed out of your car in the early portions of the race. The car's really sliding the nose, just doesn't have the grip. Sometimes you start lower on air pressure as he goes inside to make a move on Larson. I don't think he's going to get there though.
Sure used up a lot of curb in the process.
Yeah, I like a car good on the long run, but it can't be so good on the long run that you lose a lot of time to the fast guys. You got to have a car that's kind of goes both ways. Good on the short run, but pretty good on the long run as well.
Bit of a 9-car breakaway as these cars again almost hit 140 miles an hour at turn 10. And then watch how slow they will be at the apex of turn 11, the paperclip.
Yeah, Mike, you go from the fastest section of the racetrack through one of the fastest right-handers on the course, and then into the slowest right-hander in turn 11.
Well, Jeff, Mike, I know we've only run 3 laps here, but one thing I see in Allmendinger right now is he's not being overly aggressive. He's really kind of following Carl right now and not really trying that hard like I've seen him do in the past.
Now 10 cars have broken away from 11th on back. There's Brad Keselowski, Danica Patrick, Ryan Newman, and a lot of contact here. Danica, oops,
that's huge.
It looked like something happened with the 2 of Brad Keselowski. The 10 followed him in and got a little bit wide, and then she went to make a move maybe inside of the 2 car, and the 13 was right there and made heavy contact.
Chris Neville.
Well, Mike, talking to Danica this morning, she said this year she's really kind of changed her philosophy about this race. She's run Indy cars here, and she said she really had to respect the curbs in those cars. This weekend, she said, you know what, I've got to be more aggressive in this Sprint Cup car. So she was really hopping the curbs, trying to be more aggressive out there, trying not to get taken advantage of. And you know what she said? This car is the best I've ever had here at Sonoma.
Boy, that was really dicey right there. That's not an area you want to be side by side. The 31 of Ryan Newman got inside on turn 7, and he used that curb to get get a run and right next to her, and then it was all about cat and mouse. Who was going to give up going into the S's?
Yeah, you got to drive defensively. You can't open a door for somebody, or they're going to stick it right in there. And that was what happened to Danica on that time with the Newman there. She kind of went out wide, and here he came.
Jimmy Johnson moving up, taking a spot from Casey Mears as they come past start finish. Meanwhile, the leaders are already headed down.
Look at this, who's
once
lurking
again.
now. You see Kurt Busch start to reel in A.J. Allmendinger.
That 41 car, I kept an eye on him, Jeff. He looks pretty solid right now.
Hamlin and Logano for 8th place. You see quite a little bit of a gap up ahead of Tony Stewart. So not wanting to let those leaders get away.
So you hear the gear shifts happening there. Some drivers will choose to shift into third gear as they go into those S's so they don't have to shift coming out. You're riding on board here with Denny Hamlin. You heard him actually take second gear through the S's, went up to third gear right as he came out of turn 8A.
Yeah, what you do is when you're in third gear, like coming into the S's or even going around to the first turn here, you just feather the throttle a little bit. Kind of watch your RPM, keep it at a certain range. That way you don't have to make that shift.
Now we see right here, one of the issues that A.J. Allmendinger and that team have really battled is getting the front tires to hook up into a run and really rotate through the corner. You saw it through turn 11 right there. He could not get the car to rotate. Kurt Busch really came up right to his rear bumper and is putting a lot of pressure on AJ, and he's struggling with those front tires getting them to turn right now.
Matt?
A lot of speed in qualifying, Mike, for A.J. Allmendinger, but the biggest issue they've had all week, and they've struggled with the front, like Jeff was talking about, the car just way too tight, and then grip on the exit of almost every corner, especially 7 and 11.
You saw right there Kurt Busch taking a peek inside A.J. Allmendinger. If you're going to pass A.J. Allmendinger on a road course, you're going to have to get all the way up alongside of him.
4 cars have broken away by a second and a half from Kyle Larson and that second pack. 5 laps complete in Sonoma. Clint Boyer is a former winner here, and he's only been outside the top 10 twice here in 10 starts, but he's brought out the first caution of the day as we see a couple drivers going to pit road. Here's what happened as he rolled to a stop near turn 8, trying to get the car refired. Oh boy. That has all the looks of
electrical
fire.
Yeah, something electrical in the car caught on fire. And I mean, that smoke like that, electrical fire like that, will choke you to death.
He was running 18th.
Obviously, he's had a frustrating year, and this was one that I think he thought he might be able to break out of that frustration, but obviously not.
Yeah.
Jimmie Johnson was the first of those to pit. Jamie.
And much to his surprise, just couldn't make up any ground. He said he was just a little free off, but tight in 11. So Chad said pit if you want. So 4 tires and an air pressure adjustment to try to help that car gain some speed.
And a lot of times crew chiefs will do this, even though it's early, you get out of sync with everybody else, that might pay off.
Yeah, but don't get yourself caught too far in the back and get caught up in some trouble in these double file restarts.
You know, guys, I know pitting early, especially when you look at where Jimmie Johnson qualified, which was well back in the pack, it can get you off sync. But I just felt like lap 7, I don't know if that buys you a whole lot. I felt like we needed to at least run double that number of laps before someone would consider coming to pit road. So, again, he's going to have fresh tires. We'll just have to monitor what he does here.
All cars were on the lead lap. They had the opportunity to pit. The signal that they will restart, instead of being given at the start-finish line, is given up there at turn 7. And you see the lights out atop the Toyota pace car, so we'll go green this time. Let's have a look at today's Ford Performance Track Facts. Ford's won 5 of the first 9 races here at Sonoma, with Ernie Irvan, who was inducted into the Sonoma Raceway Wall of Fame on Friday, along with Tony Stewart. He and Mark Martin both won here from the pole in Fords.
Mike, I kind of like that 48 strategy. I know it's early, but it buys you some time. It gives you some options that the other guys don't have.
All right, we listened in on A.J. Allmendinger, who will restart second.
I just feel like at least to the 41 and the 19, they can just kind of get it to fight a little bit more through the center, further making up their time on me.
Yeah, I mean, that drive up off the corners, first you have to get the car rotated and pointed. Then when you accelerate, you need that weight to get to those rear tires and drive up off the corner. It looks like that's where they're getting A.J. Allmendinger a little bit right now.
Just use your skills. You know, it's a long, long way to go, and they're right there in the hunt. Just use your skills.
I'm curious to see how this restart goes, because that original start, A.J. did not get a good start.
No, he just didn't go all that.
You know
right
what I'm
there.
wondering? I think he might have a different first gear in his car. It just doesn't launch on these starts.
I tell you, the guy you better keep an eye on is that guy in that 41 car, because he was looking pretty good there.
Wow,
before.
look at this! Look at this move!
Around the outside.
Allmendinger around the outside.
I think he caught Carl sleeping, Jeff. I think Carl thought he had him cleared, and then here come A.J. around the outside. What a nice move.
Well, I thought this is what was going to happen on the original start.
Yeah.
It may have, but Allmendinger didn't get a great start. Kyle Busch also picked up spots. He's now third.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to Carl Edwards right there. He really slowed down as he got up to turn 2 and stalled that whole inside lane out. Allowed not only Allmendinger, but also Kyle Busch to make a move.
Yeah, I just think Carl got taken by surprise. I don't think he thought that Allmendinger could make that move on the outside. Really smart. And look at A.J. I mean, he's stretching it out.
Wow.
That's what he needed. Get out front, pace himself, take care of his car.
And now Carl Edwards has a lot of pressure from behind on his teammate Kyle Busch. Kyle gave him a little shot right there in the middle of the corner. Remember what happened in Richmond on that final lap. Those two made a little bit of contact. They're already making contact here early.
Looking back at Tony Stewart, Kyle Larson. Stewart gets the spot.
Yeah, Tony got inside off of turn 11, got a launch, and then was a drag race to the start-finish line, was able to clear him.
Yeah, I like both those guys. I like Stewart and Larson today. A couple of guys that qualified well. They'll be a factor.
Now Larson's given up 2 spots since the restart.
These restarts are, to me, the most difficult ones that we have anywhere we go. This is a tough racetrack to run side by side through left and right hand turns, up and down, different elevations. Really tricky.
Look at this snake coming down through here.
You go left, I'll go right.
Jamie McMurray up and over the little island there at turn 7. There's no out of bounds here.
Nope.
As you can tell, there are no out of bounds here.
You can't take shortcuts, but there are no out of bounds.
Well, I don't know if there's any out of bounds or shortcuts that are actually shortcuts here. Oh, look at this. We've got Martin Truex Jr. making a move to the inside of Kurt Busch.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to Kurt. He was making some good moves before that caution. Now he's got his hands full.
Jamie?
Well, we saw the smoke pouring in from the 15. He was coughing there. What exactly happened, Clint?
It had to have been the ignition. It was a wiring fire. You know, I've had oil smoke and stuff like that before in a car with blowing up. I've never had an electrical fire. Damn, it choked me out. I couldn't breathe. I bailed out. The damn thing starts rolling, so I had to reach in and put it in gear. It's a great start to the day.
Sorry to see you here, because Clint Bowyer, you can always count on this guy to finish in the top 10 at Sonoma, but not today.
Mechanical failure for Bowyer. Now, on new tires, Jimmie Johnson and Aric Almirola storming up through the field. There's Johnson's number 48. And, whoa, Almirola just in front of him, taking advantage of Ryan Blaney's quarter panel there.
Talking about having an exciting start to the race. Aric Almirola's already had a lot of contact.
Yeah, and the 48, they're telling Almirola and those guys, 48's got tires. He's probably going to be a little faster than you are, and so you might want to yield to him a little bit.
So I was noticing before that caution, they had slowed down about 1.5 seconds. So I understand why maybe they wanted to go to new tires, but I just don't think you're going to make up a lot of spots here. So they're going to have to hope this thing goes long green.
Tony Stewart continues to move up, passing teammate Kurt
nice
Busch.
job.
You know, DW, you mentioned it. Kurt Busch was making a run at second, maybe even getting up to Carl before that caution, but he's really faded since then.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. The tires, maybe the pressures in the tires are not right, but man, he's fallen back quite a bit. Tony Stewart's on a mission now. He's on a march.
Well, he's been wound up.
He can always do. I mean, the pre-race show, everything this weekend, he's been on fire.
Well, I saw him put the headset on down on pit road, and it was pretty obvious you guys didn't know he had a headset on at that time.
I said, oh, no, he can hear us.
It made for a very entertaining interview. It was a lot of fun, but what I gather from the emotion that he has, all these drivers love road racing, but Tony's a great road racer, and he loved this place, and it got to him a little bit.
Here's his radio.
That's what I'm talking about. You ain't never seen railroad course, have you?
Just might be his day.
You know what he likes? He likes to give it to you, but he doesn't mind taking it either.
I was up on the spotter stand earlier to present the Bernsey Award to Chris Osborne, and got a good look at what the spotters can and can't see. And one of the blind spots there under the bridge coming up that hill is a tough spot, as is the exit of turn 10 and down into 3 and 3A. And the pit straight are some places where the spotters up on this hill can't see. So a number of teams have a second spotter on top of the drag strip building near turn 10.
So, Jeff, looks like Carl is caught back up to the back of Allmendinger here. How big a fight are you going to put up right now?
Well, AJ's going to put up a big fight. I mean, he loves being out front, controlling this race. I think, he knows there's really only 2 or 3 spots that you can pass, easy. I don't want to say there's no easy places here, but turn 7, turn 11 are a little bit easier than others. So if he can hold them off in those places, he can maintain the lead.
Saw a little rookie road rash there on Ryan Blaney's car, as A.J. Allmendinger leads Carl Edwards by 0.4 of a second. Only one driver's ever won 3 straight races here at Sonoma, and we've got him in the Fox Sports booth, Jeff Gordon. The Sprint Network, fastest, plus it's more reliable with better coverage than ever. For a limited time, switch to Sprint, save 50% on most Verizon, AT&T, or T-Mobile rates.
Yeah, Mike, he's been a little cocky this weekend. You know, with 5-9 road course wins, he's feeling it.
It's that I love being here. I gotta say, I love the racing here. It's got a great feel. I must say, I did miss not coming here as a driver, but I'm having a blast watching this great battle up front. This is what I was expecting, these two to go head to head.
How about that second place car, Matt?
Mike, drivers always have to adapt when we go from the ovals to the road courses, but when the spotters got here on Friday, they had to adapt their strategy for the weekend. Typically 2 spotters here, one up on the spotter stand where you were, then also one down on top of the building down by 10 and 11. But due to the new billboard, it blocked the view, so Carl Edwards' team, Dave Rogers, they added a 3rd spotter on top of the media center, just trying to take all the different sections into perspective to keep their drivers safe. Right now, the car a little on the tight side.
Well, now the second spotters have found some step ladders or scaffolding or something to get them a better view up above that new video board.
You know, guys, seeing what's going on around you is so important here. Look at all the work these guys are doing, downshifting, braking. You want all the eyes you can get. Chase Elliott decided he needed his dad up there helping him. That's Bill Elliott, that is spotting for Chase down in one of the corners that the primary spotter can't see. Ty Norris alongside there. A lot of spotters all over this big racetrack.
Michael, if Bill's like he normally is, Chase will be saying, "Dad, are you there?"
Bill's not going to say much unless he has to.
That's Bill right there.
Yep. And there's Chase coming out of turn 4, headed for 7.
Hey, we got an in-car today in that 24 car. Nice deal. There goes
Jimmy Johnson going by with fresh tires.
24, there goes his buddy. There goes his teammate.
That's Eddie DeHaan, the regular spotter up on the hill.
You know, I like this approach. Chase has just been solid and steady. You know, he's not going off course, not getting the car out of shape, not missing shifts. He's doing a nice job just being steady, learning.
He's one of 5 making their first Sonoma start today. They just passed that drag strip building where Bill is standing, and he won the K&N Pro Series race yesterday from the pole.
Boy, he did. He won it too. Nice job.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. started 14th, restarted 14th. He's now up to 5th.
Well, Mike, remember, he was fast in practice and just didn't get that great qualifying lap in. But his car, he was happy with his car. His car looked good around this racetrack. We felt like he was going to run pretty good once the race started.
When we were watching this car in practice, I thought it looked like the best race car, and we all documented it. That car was just stuck in the racetrack, unlike a lot of other cars out there, and it's showing up today right now. Chris?
And Jeff, I think we were all a little bit surprised to see that car at the top of the board in final practice. And Dale got out of it and said, "Hey, I don't think I ran any laps out there the same, but the car that these guys unloaded is just fantastic this weekend." In the early going of this race, he said the back end a little bit loose, but like you guys said, since that restart, he's made up a bunch of spots on the racetrack. In the last 4 laps, he's been the fastest car out there.
He is 4.5 seconds off the lead. That's your Nationwide Dale Jr. Performance Report.
You know how you know it's a pretty good car? He's not having to drive over the curves. Just kind of keeping on the track and not having to use the curves to make the car turn. That's a good car.
Yeah, he never gives himself much credit as a road racer, but he's getting the job done right now.
I agree.
Jimmie Johnson in 16th. He pitted at lap 7 along with Eric Almirola, Michael McDowell, and others. Everybody else, Larry's been out there since the drop of the green.
Well, Mike, what I'm seeing is if you look at the pace, it has slowed down over 2 seconds, close to 2.5 seconds. So I think if you're looking at either 3 stops or 4 stops, that window is going to open somewhere around lap 20 to 24 to hit pit road. So I'm anxious to see, especially with what we're seeing Jimmie Johnson do on the fresh tire.
I'm anxious to see Allmendinger bicycle this car around turn 7 like that.
I'm telling you, that's his style. It's so much fun to watch, and it's what makes him so fast on these road courses. But boy, I hope he can keep the tires on it.
I hope he can keep the car in one piece.
I hope he can keep the suspension all on it. Look at that.
That's some rare air right there.
4 feet off the ground.
You're riding into the pit with Denny Hamlin. The window for fuel and tires is open. These are green flag pit stops, and some body damage being worked on there on the left side of Hamlin's car. Matt?
Last year's winner, Kyle Busch, is in, while his brother Kurt also coming in as well. Both cars on the free side. In fact, Kurt Busch said that his tires heat cycled due to that caution. Bowles took a big swing on that 41.
So the only Gibbs car that's not been to pit road is Carl Edwards, who started pole and is running second to A.J. Allmendinger. There's Austin Dillon. We saw Jamie McMurray exit after his stop. So Jimmie Johnson was 12th when, well, is 12th right now. The first of the cars that pitted back at lap 7 under the caution. Here's audio from the 48.
Lap time same as the leader there, Earl, so we're doing pretty good, really. Is 22, 4, and the 2 saving us something, or they just not running good? I think our pressure tires are showing the difference here, honestly.
Spotter Earl Barbin, Jimmie Johnson, crew chief Chad Knaus, Jamie McMurray, too fast entering pit lane.
Well, this is a really interesting pit road because the way you enter onto the pit road is right off the track as you go into turn 11. You can drive in really deep and brake just like you're going to go through turn 11. Then you can speed around, and the pit road speed does not actually start till you're all the way around the corner. So you have to really find that line, but be aggressive getting to it. And maybe he was a little bit too aggressive there.
These pit stops seem 20 laps seemed a little early to me. Like I would have probably liked to go on to maybe 25 or 30 and broke at 240s. Kind of break it down that way.
Saw Kevin Harvick make the pass there on Joey Logano.
DW, I think that they're reacting to what the drivers are saying. I think they're really struggling with grip. The pace has dropped a lot, and I think they're just having a really difficult time getting a hold, getting that rear grip that they need to launch up off these corners.
But don't you think that's where the crew chief has to, the driver has to have discipline, but so is the crew chief. This is our game plan. This is the way we're going to run this race.
It's never as bad as you think it is when you're inside the car, right?
Exactly. Well, you got to compare yourself to the field of the other cars.
Tony Stewart pits from 5th. Chris?
Yeah, moving up 5 spots from the start. Tony Stewart having fun out there listening to him on the radio, but he did say the front end of the car feels pretty numb through the S's. But he said, guys, coming off turn 11 here, we are getting a good launch off this corner, so let's not try and mess this car up too much.
Nice kick save by the gas man on that tire to get back to the pit wall.
Mike, I just think about breaking the race down 40, 40, and 30 laps. But if you could run 45, then you could do 20 laps. Wouldn't be a bad time to come in, right, Larry?
Well, Darrell, what I really think is this next lap or two, I think we'll see an outbreak, because what that does, you could run 24 again to 48, and then get in fairly early to get that last stop. So I think the next couple of laps, you're going to see a lot of these leaders come.
Yeah, and then we never know for sure how far these cars will go on fuel, because they always go further than we think they will.
McMurray comes in to serve his penalty for speeding on his stop.
And see, Mike, we talk about tire and tire degradation and tire give up and all those things, but when the pace slows down like this, the tires are not taking the beating they take when they're out there hustling the car around the track. So tires, to me, they help you. I think Jeff, last year or 2 years ago when Carl won this race, Jeff got tires. He restarted 10th or 12th. Carl started on the front row with no tires, and Jeff couldn't catch it. So it just depends on your race car.
Yeah, and I just think it depends on how far back you start. But, you know, when you're in traffic and you're like Jimmie Johnson, you come in and get fresher tires, and you only have 6 laps, others have 6 laps on them, and you're starting 30th, hard, great to make gains on spots, hard to make up time.
Jamie.
And Joey Logano had faded quite a bit. He said he was just struggling with drive off, needed more. And, you know, yesterday in practice, they only ran 7 laps actually on Friday, so they didn't have a good indication of what they would have there. So they made a wedge adjustment, air pressure, and 4 tires on the 22.
All right, we expect the leader in this time, A.J. Allmendinger.
Mike, we have slowed down 3 seconds since the start of this race.
Pitting this time.
You know, guys, the last time by, Kurt Busch on his fresh tires ran 2.5 seconds faster than our leader, A.J. Allmendinger. That means when Allmendinger makes this stop, he's going to lose a lot of ground to those guys that pitted earlier.
Here they come,
All
buddy.
3 of the leaders are in. Make that 4 with Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Follow the leader.
Larry called it.
Yep. Chris.
Well, in those first 10 laps of the race, Dale Earnhardt Jr. felt like his car was pretty loose, especially getting off the slow stuff. But since that last restart, he's had one of the fastest cars on the racetrack. Jamie?
And Martin Truex Jr. and just saying he's a little bit tight on the right-handers, but the car has been good all weekend. Martin told me he had a really good feeling about the piece they brought here. Just wanted to loosen it up a bit, Matt.
And a chassis adjustment already completed on the right side, now the left for Carl Edwards, trying to keep up with grip and a very solid pace. He's away. Meanwhile, the 47 is service almost complete on him. Edwards will pass him on pit road. His car is just too tight on the right-handers.
New leader is Paul Menard. His teammate Ryan Newman in second. Kevin Harvick in third. Jimmy Johnson, who pitted back at the caution, in fourth, and Chase Elliott fifth.
Mike, when a driver starts to have his input into what he thinks they ought to do without a pit, or what I always think about what Junior Johnson told me. Boy, you want to run these pits, or you want to drive that car?
Well, I think now we're really going to start to see the type of different strategies that are going to play out. We've had some come in early. I mean, everybody's come in sooner than certainly the fuel window. And then you have some of these cars that are staying out. And Jimmy Johnson has a little bit fresher tires because his strategy's already changed.
8 drivers have not yet made a pit stop. Watch Martin Truex stop. A little difficulty on the left rear for the 78.
Wow. He's
compared to Carl Edwards.
Look at AJ putting a lot of pressure on Carl Edwards. He wants that lead back.
3.5 seconds difference there for Truex. All right, Chase Elliott among those who have pitted. So that leaves Menard and Harvick out there 1-2. Newman in fourth, Danica Patrick in 6th, and Ricky Stenhouse in 12th. Those are the drivers who have not yet been to pit road in this race. Larry?
Yeah, guys, one reason a car is a little harder to jack up here is you have to give the droop in the rear end and the front end a little more, so they actually have to jack it a little more than you normally would at an oval, just because of the way the tires come off the ground going across these rumple strips.
good point, Larry. Run the car up there like that.
Boy, Menard and Harvick stay out for yet another lap. 27 complete. This time by, it'll be 83 laps to go in Sonoma.
Love it, had that like.
Here's Kevin Harvick. A lap ago, taking the lead from Paul Menard. Harvick is our new race leader. What happens when landscaping blocks meet the bed of a pickup truck? Well, here's a hint. Not so much when it's roll-formed high-strength steel. See that whole story at Chevy.com. Jamie.
And Jimmie Johnson seems like his car has gotten a little bit better, but Chad Knaus just called him in. He stopped for 4 tires and said, I don't need a drink. I'm doing okay in here. So they're making the car better, and their strategy, of course, off from the leaders.
Well, he's got that cool suit, so we know he's staying cool, and he always is a great, he works out all the time. He's probably really hydrated well, so just speed me up, get me in, get me out.
Hey guys, Chad Knaus, Jimmie Johnson in the 48 team, they've made their second stop here at lap 29. Now we know it didn't work out a year ago. That's the number of stops they made in the entire race 1 year ago when they just barely finished inside the top 10.
Well, Larry, what do you think of Kevin Harvick's strategy? He and Paul Menard and Danica Patrick are the only 3 cars that have not, well, here comes Menard. So that leaves 2 cars out there that have not yet been to pit road.
Well, Mike, after Kevin Harvick qualified 25th, we felt like it was going to take some different strategy. If they go another lap or 2, I think that he and Rodney Childers are absolutely set on trying to do this in 2 stops. You know you can do it on fuel. The whole question was about the tires.
Yeah, I think that's their plan, Larry. And I was telling Mike and Jeff this at our break. Hey, Jamie, go ahead.
Yeah, and Paul Menard is in. He stayed out and led 3 laps. They're saying he's just a little loose on the left-handers, a little tight on the rights. Hearing that a lot today. They wiped the grill, 4 tires, and just an air pressure adjustment for Paul Menard. Danica in as well.
Patrick completes her stop, so that leaves Harvick, the only driver on the racetrack who's not been to pit road.
And it's 30 laps. I'd say he comes this time.
Michael McDowell picks up 2nd spot. He stopped during the caution flag, as did Cole Witt.
Mike, if we call this race as it's happening like we do, then a lot of these strategies don't make sense. But these guys have got a plan, and once you get a plan and you stick to it, sometimes it really works out well.
Great to have a plan, but that caution comes out, and all of a sudden the plan is completely shot.
I totally agree, Jeff, but you can't race, you can't run your race thinking there's a caution going to come out. You just got to deal with that if it does.
Darrell, just as you said, 30 laps in, here is Kevin Harvick for his first stop of the day. Matt.
Circumstances dictate game plans before you have to call an audible. Right now they are sticking to that. The discipline, knowing they are in their window. Harvick says the car not as good, especially when he turns left. It is tight. Look for a chassis adjustment across the back. Right side already completed. There you go. You see the other one completed as well on that 4. Harvick never won here in Cup. He has one here in the old Winston West and also the Southwest Tour cars.
Now, all that extra time out on the racetrack compared to the other leaders is going to mire him back at about 20th when he gets back on the racetrack.
Yeah, it's going to cycle. It's just how it's going to work for a while. And hopefully you've got the right game plan.
Yeah, they're racing the racetrack. They're not really racing those competitors right now. I thought something really interesting. We heard there talk about being tight on the left versus the right. Because it's a road course, the majority of these turns are right. The cars handle much better to the right than they do to the left, and a lot of times you'll find the car struggles going to the left because you've made it so good to the right.
Yeah, I think road racing's compromise. Everything about it's pretty much a compromise, and I got more rights than I got lefts, so you're just gonna have to deal with it.
You see Carl Edwards up ahead of A.J. Allmendinger. 1.2 seconds is the gap. And now everyone has been on pit road at least once.
And Mike, drivers are always looking for perfection. They want their car to drive perfectly. Doesn't push, doesn't not loose, doesn't spin the wheels. That's what you're striving for. Can you get there? Most of the time, no. So you have to compromise.
78 of Mark Truex Jr. has really been putting some good laps together. About the last 5 or 6 laps have been very, very competitive. Right up there as good as the leaders.
Yeah, Martin's been solid right from the very get-go. Been in the top 5 here. Cole Pearn got a pretty good setup in old car today.
Yeah, I thought it was really interesting. The 18 of Kyle Busch came in a little bit sooner than Carl Edwards and A.J. Allmendinger and Truex, and he was out ahead of them. When they came off pit road, they were behind him, And just those couple laps that he had on the tires, those new tires ate him up, and now they're pulling away.
How about the fourth place car, Matt?
Mike, when you look at past trends here at Sonoma with the Gibbs cars, typically lap 15 on, they really take a big swing to the free side, and that's what they've been seeing with those Toyotas here today. In fact, Kyle Busch said he needed more to lean on, especially that right rear. They made an air pressure change on the stop. Since that stop, he says the car just doesn't feel much different, but he is adjusting how he drives from behind the wheel to compensate.
Well, Dale Earnhardt Jr. caught him up in turn 10 and just about ate him up there.
Mike, there's a preferred line around this track, and that's what everybody tries to run in, and that's where they lay all the rubber down, and that's what changes the setup of your car.
Yeah, and that's the difference between 3 laps on tires.
You're watching Fox NASCAR.
Tremendous elevation change here at Sonoma. The spotters high atop, way up above turn 3A, downhill into 4, down into 7. Work your way through the S's, which are not really a rhythm section, and then back to the paperclip turn 11. A lot of elevation change, a lot of speed change from a high of 140 down to a low of under 40 miles per hour at turn 11.
Yeah, it's almost like a roller coaster in some ways. I mean, uphill, downhill, blind turns, sharp turns, slow turns. Kind of fun.
Did you ever lose a sense of where you were here?
No, you always know where you're at.
Mike, not on Sunday.
Just wonder. You know, down through the S's, this 8, 8, 8, 9.
No.
Larry, how about our Advance Auto Parts pit performance?
Well, this is like any other race we do. This would be the 2 laps, including the green flag pit stop. You can see right there that Jimmie Johnson in that 4018, absolutely the best. But when I think about almost a 2-mile road course, when you see Kevin Harvick, Carl Edwards just right there at a second behind, that's not a lot, because a lot could do with nothing about pit road, just if you caught traffic as you were getting back up to speed, or maybe as you were coming on the pit road.
Yeah, and Larry, there's a real skill, you know, of cold tires leaving pit road and getting the car up to speed until the heat gets in those tires. So, you know, that really shows a lot about not just the pit crew, but also the drivers. We see Martin Truex Jr. go to the inside for second place here on A.J. Allmendinger.
Jamie?
And I spent some time with Martin Truex this morning, and I asked him about this place. He considers it one of his favorite racetracks. He won here back in 2013, and he said, the key to winning this race is your long run speed. He said, I talked to Cole, we came in here with a game plan, and we are sticking to it, and they've done that since Friday. All we care about is the long run speed, and they happen to have a good short run speed as well, and you just saw him pass Allmendinger for second, Matt.
Car has taken a turn for the worse for the 47 of A.J. Allmendinger. They made an air pressure change on that stop to try to help the balance. It's actually made it worse. Much more free this run. They're going to put that air pressure back on the next stop.
Thanks, Matt. That run through turn 4, yes, they go outside the outside curb of the racetrack and onto the paved runoff area. That is legal.
Mike, I want you to
wild.
watch this 19 car. Now, this is the way Carl drove this track qualifying. Everybody else is using the curves, up on the berms, jumping up in the air. Carl Edwards is smooth as silk. He's strong as steel today and as smooth as silk, and he is moving around this racetrack with ease.
Yeah, that car looks really good. Love the platform on it. It's really hooked up.
It just looks like it'd be fun to drive because it's so hooked up.
He's making it look easy.
Look at that thing. Solid, steady, and just nice and even.
So Edwards the leader, Truex, Allmendinger, Kyle Busch, and let's go to 5th place for a nationwide Dale Jr. performance update. Chris.
Mike, the last 2 months definitely have been a challenge for Dale Earnhardt Jr. and his team. 3 wrecks in the last 7 races. And talking with crew chief Greg Ives, he said the last one at Michigan really stung. We had a top 5 car that day, but with the weekend off, we kind of hit the reset button. We said, you know, we're going to Sonoma. We're not the best road course team, but let's just go out there and have some fun, try and come away with a top 10 finish. So far in this race, he's having a great run and not saying much about that car.
See a little damage there behind the left rear tire. They crash off these curbs so hard, I'm almost wondering if he touched it on that curb and it folded it up a little bit.
Yeah, that or they hit it with a tire when they were changing tires.
Maybe. Here's what Tony Stewart and team have to say about the 88.
Watching, but he's just good everywhere the 88 is. He's not struggling nowhere. I mean, he's good down the back over here where he's at now, and the right, he's better than us. The lefts are about the same.
That's spotter Bob Jeffries, and he does a great job of telling Tony everything he needs to know, and they really have nailed that 88 car, because that thing does look mighty smooth around the track.
There's Tony Stewart coming into turn 11, all the way down to first gear right here.
.71 laps to go in Sonoma, where Carl Edwards leads Martin Truex Jr. by 1 3/4 seconds. Tony Stewart, in his final Sprint Cup season, leads all active drivers with 7 road course wins, including 2 here at Sonoma. For limited time, switch to Sprint, save 50% on most Verizon, AT&T, or T-Mobile rates. 69 laps to go in the Toyota Save Mart 350. How'd you like to be our Visine Gopher Cam?
Yep.
Turn 10. Here comes Ricky Stenhouse.
And there goes our camera.
Right. It actually held on good.
Oh, he made it. He made it.
Keeps on ticking.
Both of them made it.
Where that orange paint spot is to the right of the Dragon's Teeth, the little runoff there.
Gosh.
That's where that camera sits.
Come on over here, boys. I got something for you.
Come on down.
And you have to understand, you come from the fastest section of the racetrack on turn 9, which is a left-hander, right into a right-hander. You throw the car to the left, and you slide that car as you come through that right-hander, really fast corner. So it's pretty easy to get the back end out there and go off course, just like we saw Ricky Stenhouse Jr. do.
Don't you think, Jeff, in the race, most guys probably stay in third gear, or you think they're getting into high gear and as they come down through the S's?
I think in the race they choose to stay in third gear. They may even hit the rev limiter chip through turn 9 and then set the nose down, stay in third gear as you turn to the right and carry third gear all the way down into 11.
Yeah.
Now right here as you come into turn 7, downshift to first gear. Pretty slow corner there, not a lot of drive off, and then you'll get back up to second, then the third gear as you either come in or out of these S's that we see Carl Edwards coming through.
Now these cars have 4-speed manual gearboxes,
right?
Just like all of the cars of the muscle car era. Why, when street cars have 6 and even 7-speed manuals? Because that's the way it's always been. It's why we still have 5 lug nuts and other things like that. So it's a 4-speed manual box, but you don't use that clutch pedal. And we'll explain after we hear from Jimmy Johnson's team.
Oh, so simple what we're working on. We really need to get by these guys as quick as we can. I know it could be tough, but anything we can do. Clear. Great job. We got to get by that 11 now, Boston 11. You get him. How about that? Good work.
Now here's what they were talking about looking back from Hamlin.
Really violent area. He got a great run off that corner. Was able to get inside of Denny Hamlin and use this inside curb, up and on that curb.
Whoa.
But see, that's the beauty of Jimmy Johnson. They said we need to get by that 11. He had to abuse his car a little bit to do it. He knew he could, if he had to. They said do it. He did it.
Well, I've been watching his lap times. He has a very fast race car. He had confidence when we talked to him early on. But Mike, going back to what you're talking about the 4-speed manual transmission that we don't see in cars today, that's what I love about our series. It takes a lot of driving skill to go from second to third with this type, or go do a downshift from forward to third, third to second. You have to match the RPMs. You have to time it perfectly. Makes it very difficult for these drivers to manage 750 horsepower, a narrow tire, not a big heavy car, and throw it around these curves on this road course.
Looks like fun, but it is work. Matt.
And Kurt Busch working it back in the 9th position with the 41. Now at the beginning of this run, he went up on the track bar to try to improve the balance. The concern a few moments ago, he came on the radio and said, I've got right front damage. Rick Corelli, his spotter, looked at it through binoculars. Tony Gibson looked at it. They believe that he got into the tires, but the damage not significant enough. Chris?
Well, Denny Hamlin having a good run here today. The last 12 times on the road courses, he hasn't finished better than 18th. So where he's running right now, that's a strong day. He's saying, if anything, I just need to get off the slow speed corners a little bit better. But he still has some damage on that left front corner. They're going to have to take a look at that on the next stop. Jamie?
And Jimmy Johnson admitted that the way he qualified yesterday, he was just out of rhythm. He qualified 15th, but today it has been a team effort. Chad Knaus has been a cheerleader on the radio saying, great lap times, buddy. This is where we need to be, 1850s. Let's turn some 1850s, Larry. That's what he's saying they need to do to pass a couple more cars before they come into pit again.
Yeah, Jamie, I'm starting to wonder about this 48 strategy right now, because he pitted at lap 28. That's 82 laps to go. Chad possibly has worked the strategy where he's looking maybe only doing one more stop, which would have to come around lap 68 to 69 to get to the end. They may have worked themselves into that strategy.
Jeff Gordon, you tried your best to run down Carl Edwards back here in 2014, and Carl beat you to the checkered flag. Martin Truex lap times are better consistently than Carl, but Carl just isn't making any mistakes. What is the key to just not messing up around this crazy place?
Yeah, you got to have confidence in your race car and know the line and stay on line and just be very smooth and consistent. And that's one of the things that makes Carl Edwards such a great race car driver. He's so smooth, he's so consistent, doesn't make mistakes. He knows where to push and where to be conservative.
Matt, caution, turn 1. Debris has put out the second caution flag of the day.
Guys, that couldn't have worked any better for Kyle Busch and Denny Hamlin and these other drivers that had cleared the entrance to pit road, because I think everyone else, we've run this far, they have to come get 4 tires.
So they will exit pit road, tag the back end of the field, and move up as others choose to pit under caution.
If you had the perfect scenario, it's you hit pit road and the caution comes out, and that's exactly what happened with a handful of them.
And that's the thing, strategy, Mike, is just so hard to predict because we never know when there's going to be a caution. Never.
Now both the 11 and 18, they were coming to pit road, caution or not.
Yeah, a lot of times if you see a piece of debris, you see a car moving slow, if you know you're in your pit window, your crew chief will tell you, and they say if you see anything out there you think might bring out a caution, go ahead and come.
I see something that might bring out a caution.
There's a lot of things on this track that might bring out a caution.
I believe 22-year-old Dylan Lupton from California in his first Sprint Cup start will get the free pass. He has veteran Mike Ford on the box as crew chief.
Hey, Larry, what do you think about the strategy of just staying out right now if you're up near the front, run a few laps, and then pit under green? When you pit under caution, you're going to lose so much track position. You're going to start in the back anyway. It might lessen your chances of getting a wreck. Would you consider that?
Well, I think it could be a consideration, Michael, but I guess as I'm sitting here looking at all the different scenarios, you can pit now and you can make it on one more stop, and I think that's why a lot of these teams will come to pit road, simply because of the timing of this caution.
Michael, I've been thinking exactly like you are, brother. I'm thinking, why don't I stay out, gap myself a little bit, and then pit? I think I won't lose as much time.
Now we saw Kyle Busch make his stop along with Denny Hamlin. Greg Biffle had also pitted, so had Kyle Larson the lap before, and Ryan Blaney.
Yeah, I like that strategy on cars that have a lot of downforce and can maintain a certain lap time and don't have the fall off that a stock car has. I just think that these tires are shot on these guys. They've fallen off a lot, and they need tires. Even though I think the 4 car, possibly, and some of those that were doing that strategy like Menard, they might be able to try to pull that off. I just don't see these leaders doing that.
Yeah, well, we'll know here in a second because pit road's open.
Before they make their stops, let's get our Chevy driver update on outside pole sitter A.J. Allmendinger. Matt?
The 47 team is really just locked right into that 3rd position. The car wicked free over the course of that run. Look for some significant adjustments when they hit pit road.
Field coming to turn 10. The pit entry down at turn 11. There's 10. You see that little bit of grass and then the wall and then Highway 121.
yeah, right in there. Yeah. You watch. You
don't miss that.
Don't hit that too hard.
And here they come.
Yeah.
Or they're faking. One of the two.
Yeah, they're coming.
Yeah, they come.
Regular pit rules: lead lap cars pit the first time around once pit road opens, and then lap down cars the next time by. Chris?
Well, just like that first run, Dale Earnhardt Jr. saying the car a little bit loose early in the run, but then it comes to life. He's got a great long run car today. The one thing that he did request, a water bottle. He says he's having a hard time sucking water out of the system in the car. Jamie?
Martin Truex Jr. was closing that gap on the 19 before the caution. Says the car is really good. Got a little bit tight. A 4-tire stop here, Matt.
And the 19 of Carl Edwards, the leader, is in. Another air pressure change in that left rear tire to improve the balance even more for Edwards. The 41 of Busch, he's up front as well. Edwards is away. Chassis adjustment on the 41.
Carl Edwards may have won the Advanced Auto Parts race on pit road.
I believe he did.
Pretty close.
Yeah. Close, but he made it.
Tell you who really won. That's Kyle Busch. He's out there on the track ahead of all these teams here.
They had pitted when the caution came out, so will not be back in under yellow. That's pretty close right there. You cross the Golden Gate Bridge headed north on the 101. Veer off toward Vallejo. Make a left turn to the Sonoma Valley, where there's over 400 wineries, 60,000 acres of grapes, and this beautiful racetrack that you're seeing from our aerial coverage provided by Goodyear, superior performing tires to face challenging conditions on the track and on the road. Goodyear, official tire of NASCAR.
Look at that racetrack. I mean, that is crazy when you look at it overhead.
You know,
snaking all over the place.
I grew up out here in Vallejo, and I took it for granted how great the weather is out here, how beautiful this area is. And I just love coming here every single year, whether I'm on the track or up here in the booth. It is a fantastic place to be for a race.
Great place to come and watch a race. Kurt Busch had a fairly slow pit stop, Matt.
You can hit Control-Alt-Delete on your computer to reset it, and that's exactly what the pit crew guys did for the 41 of Kurt Busch. Now, that damage that we discussed earlier on that right front that he received out on the racetrack took a little bit extra time under caution to pop that out. So now he's back to almost good as new.
We need to come in and fix her up 100%. It popped right out. It was popped in, so it kind of oil can and popped right out. Just wouldn't let him get the tire off there, so he hit it and it popped right back out. It's between the headlight and the fender band, so it did pop right back out again.
I like that, it oil canned.
Oil canned it.
He oil canned that baby.
Yeah, you can actually see right there at the end of the Goodyear, you can see where there's a little bit of damage there, and it was bent in, but you can see the damage, and now it's popped out, so he's good to go.
All right, the 2016 Toyota Camry XSE will make the hard left turn.
A lot of those old crew chiefs got expressions like that, Mike.
Yeah.
I like that.
Well, this shakes everything up. I mean, you've got Kyle Busch, who won this race last year out front. His teammate Denny Hamlin, Larson behind him. But I'm looking back there with Edwards and Allmendinger. Can't wait to see if they can get up through this field.
Well, this played right into Kyle Busch's hands right here.
All right, pace car made the right turn to Gilligan's Island, not the left turn to pit road. Clear track ahead for Kyle Busch, who was 5th before pit stops, and Denny Hamlin, who was 8th. Kyle Larson was 10th. They're now 1, 2, 3.
Boy, unfortunate there for the 19 of Carl Edwards to be behind Ryan Blaney, who just didn't get a very good start right there. Look at the 19 going backwards here.
I mean, nothing he can do. There's nowhere to go. He's going to have to try to work out behind the 21 here. Yikes.
He's going to fight back.
Bam. There he is.
Contact there.
Oh, he got a little damage on that left front fender, too, when he did that.
He got a little Harvick was what he got.
He got between a Harvick and a hard place.
Battle for the lead here by Denny Hamlin.
Whoa,
take it to his teammate.
No, he's not going to give it up that easy.
Whoa, hang on to it,
you
boys.
can't go side by side through here.
You're right. We won't.
Kyle made a great decision right there.
Tell you that 42 car, Kyle Larson, really good in practice. The Ganassi cars, both of them are pretty fast, and right now he's up there fighting for the lead. Looking.
Oh, look at this.
Let me try you on the outside.
Saw Kurt Busch do this successfully earlier in the race. Yeah, look at Larson. He got there.
I think he's going to make it.
Has the preferred line at 1.
And still the preferred line all the way through this section.
Got to give when you get out there like that.
Nice job.
Jamie.
Kyle Larson came into this race fired up. He told me during the off weekend last week, he was in Ohio. He raced a sprint car 6 days, 6 different races, and he won 2 of them. And he said winning again just gives him that confidence to know he can do it here. The car's been good all weekend, and this race just a little bit loose, but now he has that track position. He's going for it.
A little tight back here, guys. Yikes.
Allmendinger 47, Truex 78. Pitch battle there, and here comes Carl to the inside of Blaney.
I'm just wondering, when Blaney was on that simulator, that driving simulator to prepare for Sonoma, if any of this existed. I don't think so.
I don't think so. He was running the preferred line in. He doesn't run it right now.
Harvick
got a little damage on the nose there, but doesn't seem to.
That was early. That was just casual contact.
That much.
Dale Jr. has a run on Kevin Harvick. Here they come down into the corner, side by side. Advantage Earnhardt. He may get 2 spots here.
Wow,
he does.
No, 3 wide. You can't. Whoa, boys, you can't do that.
You keep saying it, and they keep doing it.
I wouldn't do that.
Now that's Harvick and Jimmy Johnson right behind him.
Harv's his son, a young man, rookie with a yellow bumper. I'd like to get by, please.
Keselowski, Newman. Stewart.
Stewart 3
look
wide.
at Tony. Ah!
Did we just say 3 wide at Sonoma?
How about that? Whoa, get back. Oh my gosh.
You can go wide, you can't go that wide.
Told you couldn't do it.
Cost Tony 4 positions.
For now.
It was a great move going in. Just didn't come out the same way.
But see, he's in there snickering. He think that's fun right there, boys.
All right, back to the hairpin last time by.
Yo.
Yeah, Junior just made an aggressive move, went to the inside of both the 4 and the 21, moved the 21 up, and unfortunately the 4 of Kevin Harvick he just couldn't get clear of the 21, and then the 22 snuck in there.
Harvick said, I got enough damage already, don't need any more.
Tony Stewart in his last trip to Sonoma in a Sprint Cup car. It's going to be a memorable one. Have a look at our Toyota top performers. They have half of the top 10 at this moment.
Yes, sir. 11, 18, 20, 78, and 19. Top 8.
Closing
in the
up,
top 8.
Closing in on halfway. 3 more laps. Greg Biffle was 17th before pit stops. But after that caution flag, he stopped just prior to the flag. Chris, now he's 4th.
Yeah, Mike, he started 32nd today. He said his teammate Trevor Bayne made a mistake in qualifying. That's why he was so far back. And talking to his crew chief Brian Petty today, he said strategy coming from that far back is going to be tough today. We're going to need some luck. That's exactly what they had. They came in right before that caution. And listening to him on the radio these first 58 laps, he said, we've got a good car. Let's just keep it up front.
You better watch O'Brien Patty, boys. He knows how to call one of these road races. Like I said, 4 straight top 10s with Clint Bowyer, including a win. He knew after that 32nd place starting position, he was going to have to roll the dice and make some risky calls. He's done that, and now he's got Biffle up in the top 5.
Hey, Michael, when Patty won Pablo Montoya's crew chief when he won here?
He was over there with that gang, and he's got a lot of history there, and obviously knows how to call one of these road races.
Well, and he's got a driver in Greg Biffle that knows how to get around a road course really well also.
Denny Hamlin is your leader. He's 0.4 of a second up on Kyle Larson and 1 second ahead of Kyle Busch. Denny Hamlin has now opened up a full second on Kyle Larson, who has a mirror full of Kyle Busch as they come down through the S's. Allmendinger 4th, Biffle 5th, Truex 6th, and Edwards, Kenseth, Earnhardt, Logano. Your top 10.
Might just clean that up a little bit. Wingo won with Montoya here, and Patty won with Montoya at Watkins Glen.
Okay, yes, Donnie Wingo.
Donnie Wingo, yeah. Second right here.
Yep.
Kyle Busch goes inside Kyle Larson.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. makes the pass on Matt Kenseth.
Yeah, Kenseth's got a little bit older tires, and he's been working really hard to maintain that track position since the restart, but holding up a lot of these that are on fresher tires.
That looks so violent going across turn 4, hitting the inside curve, jumping the outside curve, and then coming to 7 and climbing the island there.
It's amazing how these cars can handle that violence in the suspension, absorbing those big hits off these curves and bouncing the cars all over the place. Not easy to do, but you have no other choice. The way the lane works through turn 4, you have to go from one curve up over the top of the next one.
And Mike, it just feels natural in the car. I mean, you just feel like that's what you're supposed to do.
So here is Hamlin, your leader, his teammate Kyle Busch, and then Kyle Larson, A.J. Allmendinger in Chevys, Greg Biffle's Ford, Truex's Toyota, Edwards Toyota, then Earnhardt, Logano, and Harvick trying to take it to Matt Kenseth, and does at the start-finish line.
Guys, how the heck is Denny Hamlin out front leading this race? He's not a road racing ace. Not like this guy right here, A.J. Allmendinger. I think what he does so well, not only is he just so smooth and fast on these road courses, but he gets in the mind of the other drivers. When he comes up behind other drivers, they know he's fast, they know he's aggressive, and they know he's one of the best on the road courses. They almost move out of his way as he gets there. That's an advantage.
Yeah, and Jeff, it's funny you say that about Hamlin, because he hadn't finished better than 18th in the last 12 road course races. So he's doing something that he's not accustomed to doing right now, pulling away from the field.
Matt, how about the second place car?
Mike, when you look back to last year, a first and a second on the road courses, and this event a year ago, it's starting to mirror this event now. Last year, Kyle had a loose wheel, short pitted, and then when he was on pit road the second time, the caution came out for debris caution. Very similar to what we're seeing now. At this juncture right now, he's just trying to pedal the car, not burn up those rear tires, and try to keep the forward bite the best he can.
Martin Truex is the fastest car on the racetrack, a minute 17.4 his last lap. Coming up, our Fox NASCAR mid-race report.
This year's Daytona 500 winner Denny Hamlin is just out in front of Kyle Busch in his Toyota. Time now for the mid-race report. Glad you're watching NASCAR on FS1 Live. from Sonoma Raceway. Varying strategies mixed up the running order throughout the first half of this race. A.J. Allmendinger, Carl Edwards, Kevin Harvick all taking turns leading early. A hard-charging Dale Earnhardt Jr. consistently one of the fastest cars on the track, currently running 8th. Meanwhile, Jeff, let's check in and see who your driver is for the rest of the race.
Yeah, Chris, pit strategy allowed Kyle Busch and Denny Hamlin and Kyle Larson to get up front there, but I'm looking at A.J. Allmendinger, local boy here. He loves road racing. He has such amazing skills, especially on those short runs and those double file restarts, and I think that's what it's going to come down to. He gets himself locked into the chase today with a win.
Darrell talked about the disappointments of Denny Hamlin when he comes to the road courses. 6 years of bad finishes, but he headed west with a new attitude and a new plan. He didn't decide to warm up on Toyota's fancy racing simulator. He took to the streets of San Francisco and went down Lombard. Now he's going to try to drive to victory lane in wine country. I like Hamlin.
Michael, since Kyle Busch won at Kansas on Mother's Day weekend, 4 finishes of 30th or worse. Perfect storm for he and Adam Stevens. They were on pit road when that caution came out. I think he gets his season turned around, but a big story could be when you make this final stop.
Carl Edwards started on the pole, Larry. He's looking for his 3rd win this year. He won here in 14. I think he'll get that 3rd win today.
Kyle Larson first came to this racetrack at 5 years old. He grew up 60 miles from here. You can bet he is motivated. It's been an uneventful weekend. He has great speed. He's 3rd now. He's my pick.
Past Sonoma winner Martin Truex has been decidedly unspectacular today. He's been smooth, much in the manner of America's greatest stock car road racer, Dan Gurney, who won Riverside 5 times.
Tony Stewart in the last Sonoma race of his career, looking for his first win of this year, started 10th. He's gone as high as 5th. Currently, he's just outside the top 15. And Denny Hamlin, your leader, this is his worst track statistically. In his last 12 road courses, he has an average finish of 29th. But right now, he's the leader with 49 laps to go in Sonoma.
For every race day moment, there's the perfect song, and for every song, the perfect Coca-Cola. This summer, Share a Coke and a song with friends, family, and fans at shareacoke.com. 64 laps complete in the Toyota Save Mart 350. Denny Hamlin leading Kyle Busch by 1 second. Kyle Larson 2 seconds back. 3.3 seconds back is A.J. Allmendinger in fourth. Matt?
He's been hustling that 47 car. Now, we told you earlier he was battling a very loose race car. They backed up the adjustments. He's been hustling it, but maybe a little too much.
Trying, man, but I ain't going anywhere. You're doing good, man. Just hang in there. Keep saving your stuff, man. I think I flat spotted the right front tire. Big push. Kick for guys to be ready in case that tire gets worse.
That's just a little frustration from AJ. You know, he knows that he had a little bit fresher tires, and he knows that he has a fast race car and a good day happening. He just wants to get up there and get that lead back, and he's just not able to make up ground. But I think he's still in good shape. They just need to keep him calm, you know, make sure he takes care of those tires and hold off that guy behind him, Mark Truex Jr. and the 19 of Carl Edwards a little further back. If he can keep them behind him, he's still in this race in a big way.
Jimmie Johnson is in at lap 65. Jamie.
And he pits from 11th, just saying he lacks drive off as the run goes on. Overall, though, the car's been pretty good. He's had good, consistent lap times. A 4-tire stop here, a little air pressure adjustment to help that forward drive. They've been up all day on their strategy. They mixed it up. This is his 4th stop of the day.
All right, guys, here's why Jimmie Johnson has pitted. The window has opened for the 48 car with 45 laps to go. He can go to the end. I think we're going to see a lot of guys here shortly, because the last thing you want to do is keep running under green, and what happened to some earlier, that caution come out. So I think in the next 5 laps, you're going to see a lot of these leaders on pit road trying to beat the caution possibly coming out.
Yeah, Larry, the race is so almost a mirror of last year. The 48 did a very similar thing last year. The 18 caught a caution last year. So a lot of similarities between the race this year and last year.
What I like about this, Larry, is that, you know that saying, so you're saying I've got a shot. You're saying I've got a chance. That's an outside shot and a big risky move, but it's really their only shot, I think, of winning this race based on where they were at. Look at this.
Truex inside of Allmendinger, trying to make the pass for fourth.
Yeah, this is what A.J. Allmendinger does not want to see happen. That the 78 of Mark Truex Jr., he's quick. He's putting down some great lap times.
Had to give right there. He was afraid to go on that up that hill on the outside there around turn 1.
You can make some moves. You can make some gains on A.J. Allmendinger, but, man, making a pass on him is really tough. That guy can get so aggressive and drive deep into these corners.
Larry, on the strategy, Jimmie Johnson hasn't gone anywhere near 45 laps all day. I know he can do that, but I'm thinking maybe that team is going to split this race into another stop and get some fresh tires with 20-some laps to go. I know I'm 0 for 1 on recommending strategy for these guys, but I think this is a solid opportunity for me to go at least 500.
Well, Michael, one thing that I was thinking about when you look at, we went back racing at 49, lap 49, that teams may try to even out the last 2 runs at 30 and 31 laps apiece. But I just think if you can get to the end, this is what's important. Getting to the end now is making sure you get on pit road before a caution was to come out and burn you.
Yeah, there was a song back in the day, wishing and hoping and planning and scheming and dreaming, and that's kind of what you do at this point.
Well, I just don't think they have anything to lose. I mean, this is their chance to win. If you split it up, which is the best chance to get your best finish, yeah, it's going to improve your finish. It's not going to get you a win, in my opinion.
How about leader Denny Hamlin, Chris?
Well, Mike, Denny Hamlin's finished outside the top 26 different times. He admits this is a tough place for him, but right now in a good position since he's got that car out front. And looking back over the course of the race, he had contact early on, damage to the left side of the car. The team had to fix that on the first 2 stops, made some small adjustments, but all in all, happy about that car. Just would like it to get off turn 11 a little bit better. It seems like everybody's saying that right about now.
Oh, look at Matt Kenseth's nose. He got his beak broke. Matt?
Making his way down pit road, Mike, is the 20 of Kenseth. Now, years ago, he would just dread coming to the road courses. It wasn't where he was strong, but he has made gains. Now confidence is coming in that he can be a solid top 10 campaigner. The car, balance-wise, not where he needs. You can see waiting there on the jackman to come around due to that right rear. Left side's going on, clean the grill, and he's away.
Pretty slow stop on the right side particularly.
Boy, Truex keeps harassing A.J. Allmendinger. Here they come down into 11, and there's the pass.
A.J. finally had to give that up. He just could not hold off Martin Truex Jr. That car is fast right now.
Solid. Looks really good.
Want to ride a lap with A.J.?
Yeah, let's go.
I do.
Hang on.
Up to 3A.
Yeah, car really sinks right there in that left hander. You hear that right side skirt hit the ground.
Turn 4. Straight across to 7. Downshift, first gear.
So smooth when he downshifts, like it's flawless.
Getting some wheel spin, though. You can hear that.
A lot of wheel spin. Now, he chooses to go up to third as he goes into these S's and eliminates a shift coming out of this right-hander.
Feathering it.
Oh, that area, the car gets real light. Back end can come around in a hurry.
Out of 10 toward turn 11. Stenhouse, Blaney have been in, and here comes Kyle Busch.
All the way down to first gear. And more wheel spin, DW.
Got his wheel spinning, buddy.
Earnhardt and Harvick also pitting. With 41 laps to go. Matt?
And the 18 of Busch a little bit deeper into his box. A quick adjustment by Tom Lampy, the gas man. Very solid stop so far. Jake Seminara hitting the lugs. Barber indexes, and he's away.
Kurt Busch and Kevin Harvick in for service with 41 to go. Matt?
And more pit stops underway. Teammates, the 4 of Harvick and the 41 of Busch. Kurt was saying that balance-wise, the car has swung more to the free side. Harvick has been pretty much on the tight side most of the day.
Earnhardt, Newman, Stewart, Keselowski, and Dillon on pit road. Finishing up. Eric Almirola comes by after his stop. Watching Casey Kane in 8th place.
Haven't said much about Casey today. Had a pretty solid day. Hadn't made any mistakes. You know how good these drivers are, Mike? I don't think we've had anybody off the track all day.
No.
Stenhouse a little bit over here on 10 at one time, but otherwise been on the track all day.
Jamie.
Tell you, I don't know how crew chief Chad Johnston knows what to adjust for on the 42 car. Kyle has talked twice today, and with that, it was like 2 words apiece. The car is pretty good. They're just adding fuel, 4 tires here. They already made that air pressure adjustment, but great run for him today, and the 22 is on his way in as well. And he stalls it. 22 saying the front has gone away and just starting to lose the rears. An air pressure adjustment, 4 tires. Not a lot of chassis adjustments on these race cars today.
Jamie, you're talking about Kyle Larson. When you have a good race car, you don't have much to say.
Hey, guys, in my book right now, Denny Hamlin, Truex, Allmendinger, Edwards, they're playing with fire because all these guys have been to pit road. They better be getting on pit road soon or they could get burnt by a caution.
I'll tell you, one of the reasons why you don't hear Kyle Larson say much, when can you talk on this track? You're constantly shifting, turning, braking. You can't even get to the radio button.
Oh, no.
Trouble.
Earlier in the day, his teammate got gigged for speeding. Kyle Larson too fast in section 4 of pit road.
He'll say something now.
Hamlin and Truex have come to pit road. Chris.
Mike, as soon as this cycle started, the team told Denny Hamlin, push hard. You've got clear track in front of you. Try and stretch it a little bit. He's been very happy with the race car over this whole run. Just a small air pressure adjustment. Jamie?
Martin Truex Jr. in the 78, another car that's just been solid all day. I think the car's gotten better as the day's gone on and as the run goes on. A 4-tire stop here. Again, no changes. They wiped the grill. Martin, very happy.
And look who are right together again.
Yeah, and you know, I've been watching Carl's lap times. Carl's running pretty good lap times for the condition, for this long 4 into a run right here. He's just running a 1941. That's pretty good compared to everybody else.
And the exact opposite on the 47. A.J. Allmendinger, this speed's really fallen off on his car.
Yeah. You can see Carl really working on here. Gonna probably,
Yeah, tough to pass right there.
I wouldn't try that.
Boy, look at the back end hanging out on Allmendinger. Allmendinger's going to have to get in, I believe. But look at this. This could be the battle for the lead between the 18 and the 11 of Hamlin.
Yeah, it's for 6th place right now, but as we cycle through pit stops, they could end up 1-2.
What do you think? You going to come this time by?
Boy, I would. If I'm Allmendinger, I want to get on pit road.
Hamlin to the inside.
Yeah, they both count.
They come. 7. That didn't quite work.
Now these guys are in the pits, 47-19, and here comes the 18 and 11 down through the S's.
Yeah, they've been out there on fresher tires. They were ahead of them before the pit stop sequence started. Certainly they're going to pull ahead of these two.
Yeah.
Matt?
Need to be mistake-free on pit road not to ruin your day. The first to hit will be the 19 of Edwards. His car had started to slowly work its way to the free side. You can see they're going to make a chassis adjustment. Clay Robinson from California. He goes ahead and hits those lugs on that left, or tries to get that tire out, just hits the fender a little bit due to some cosmetic damage. Meanwhile, the 47 Allmendinger, his car plowing tight, but no grip in the rear as well.
A little trouble for the 19 on left side that time, a little slow.
Uncontrolled tire for the 95, Michael McDowell. And about 6 seconds was the difference. That's how long it took once Hamlin and Kyle Busch went by before Edwards and Allmendinger exited the pit. So that's how much they gained by stopping earlier and getting those fresh tires.
You know,
here's your leader, Danica Patrick.
Mike, something I don't want to hear. This is the money stop, because it seems like everybody comes up short every time we hear that from a crew chief.
Well, it's great to see Danica Patrick out leading this race.
Well, she's one of 3 cars that stopped back at lap 47. Casey Mears in 2nd and Cole Witt in 14th are the others.
Yeah, she's had a good car all weekend, qualified well, practiced well. She's been very happy with her race car, leading the race right now. 19:49 last time by. Not a bad lap time for this far into a run.
But she and Mears are going to need a stop, and Mears about to give up 2nd place to a charging Hamlin and Busch. Whoa, that's a tough place to pass.
Man, well, Kyle Busch couldn't make up his mind if Mears was going to get out of his way or not. He had to hesitate there for a second.
Well, there's a big discrepancy in older tires versus newer tires, and you can just see, Casey Mears doing a great job holding on, but he knows that he's under a totally different pit scenario than what these other two are.
Danica hits for 7, and here come Hamlin and Busch. Lap 47 is when she was last on pit road. Same with Casey Mears. There's the difference in new versus worn tires.
Mike, I'm telling you though, those Danica, the last time by, 1946, that's as good as I've seen anybody run on older tires. So her car is pretty good.
"26 laps since she was last to pit road. And it'll be 36 laps to go in the Toyota Save Mart 350 at Sonoma. curb hopping. Not car hopping, not curb service. More like curb jumping, isn't it? That's what happens when the Sprint Cup cars come to Sonoma. 76 laps complete. Here's the Coca-Cola Racing family update. Denny Hamlin, your leader. Danica Patrick, now 4th. Joey Logano also in the top 10. And let's show you that pass for the lead 1 lap ago.
Yeah, that's coming off of turn 2.
Turn 1 down to 2 right there. Able to go around the outside. She gave him plenty of room.
Chris, what about the 10 strategy?
Well, Mike, early on, that first run in this race, Danica Patrick went a lot longer than everybody else. And right now, off strategy compared to everybody else. Billy Scott not giving me any idea when they're going to be coming to pit lane here. But she's been saying that car, the front end, especially losing grip and all the high-speed stuff and tight coming off the slow-speed stuff. Oh, Danica coming to pit lane this time.
Casey Mears stopped 1 lap ago. So now Danica will be the last car on the lead lap to make this stop.
Mike, I was asking you about Carl Edwards, and I think we just saw that he had I knew he had a long stop. I knew he had trouble on left sides. But that was unbelievable. He went from, what did you say, 6th to 12th.
Yeah, 18-second pit stop to repair some crash damage.
Well, and not to mention, just 1 lap that they were out longer than the 18 and the 11, and they lost a tremendous amount of time through that whole pit sequence, regardless of the stop that happened with the 19 to fix the damage. Look at the 47 of A.J. Allmendinger, who was right there in, 3rd or 4th position prior to that. Now he's back in 5th, but lost a lot of time to those leaders.
So you spend a whole bunch of time hoping there are no cautions, and then you spend a whole bunch of time hoping there are.
Yeah,
there is a caution.
Allmendinger currently 5th after starting outside pole. Jimmy Johnson, Dale Jr.
Well, Truex and Earnhardt Jr. and Allmendinger all are quicker than our leaders right now. Even Johnson, a little quicker than our leaders.
Well, even remember now, Jimmy Johnson was the first one to start this pit sequence. He came in really early, so he's on much older tires.
Riding with Joey Logano. Here's your Ford Performance driver update. Logano 10th, Biffle 12th, Keselowski, Ryan Blaney. All in the top 20.
Thought Logano would be a lot better today. Felt like he had a car that was pretty good, but they just haven't been able to get it going in the race.
Tell you what, Martin Truex Jr. here. Look at this. He's going to make a nice move on the inside to Kyle Busch.
Yeah, Kyle went way out there to let him by. You notice that?
Now Kyle has a couple laps, more laps on his tires than the 78 and the 11. Starting to really fade now.
6th place. That's Kevin Harvick taking it away from Jimmy Johnson. Carl Edwards trying to gain ground on them. He is rebounded to 8th place.
Hot times are smoking fast, bud. You're like everybody's lunch right now. Take care of it. Sounds good.
He is.
Get a Subway sandwich, huh?
No,
Mike, he is.
He's 7/10ths quicker than the 2 cars in front of him.
Yeah,
Yes,
I'd just be a little bit careful using too much of those tires, because if you run too hard at the beginning of a run here, the drop off at the end of the run can be drastic.
Probably a little frustration in Carl right now with that pit stop. It took so long. Had a car that was up there challenging for the lead, hiding back in here now trying to, run 6th place or 8th place actually.
Cole Witt, the lapped car there. Matt?
Mike, when you talk to Dave Rogers, he'll tell you the thing that stands out to him most about Carl Edwards, the mental discipline. Now, he had damage on the left side. That's why it took a little bit longer for them to get the tire off and back on. Clay Robinson did a little tug on that left front fender to help with the clearance. They also waited on fuel, but you never heard a comment from Carl. Very disciplined behind the wheel, and it shows.
But Matt and guys, what I did notice, and I do not understand it, he had a pit stop of 18.3, and most of that was Carl Edwards. You're going to take a look at it right here. You're going to see the fuel man back here. He's done. Carl is just sitting there an extra heartbeat or two, and that's your last stop. I don't know if he just was caught sleeping or what, but that cost him a lot of time right there.
Hey, Larry, was he watching the crew member on the left front fixing that fender, and maybe he wanted him to finish his work there?
Well, we knew they'd been having trouble getting the left front on and off, but the bottom line, Jeff, that's your last stop. The hell with that left front fender.
Amen, brother.
You saw him give a wave out the window to Jimmy Johnson after Johnson went a little wide there at turn 4 to allow Edwards to complete the pass without really slowing down either car.
Yeah,
consideration there.
And remember, Jimmy came in earlier. He's on a different sequence, older tires. And when the tires get older like that, there's no reason to really fight that. Look inside this car. I'll tell you what, these drivers, they're working hard today. It's hot. You see 102 degrees.
Yeah.
And when you're out west and it's a drier air like this, staying hydrated is extremely difficult to do in any sort of circumstances, especially when you're so busy inside a car on a road
That's
course.
102 degrees up there by his head. Think what it is down in the foot box down there where your feet are, where the exhaust and the engine heat really get to you.
Well, to me, one of the toughest tracks when it's hot outside like it is here in Sonoma today is this racetrack. It's not a long race compared to others, but it's one of the busiest that you'll be inside the car and you don't have time to get a drink under these long green flag runs.
Yeah, I used to get blisters on my hind parts here from slipping around in the seat.
30 laps to go in Sonoma. Denny Hamlin, your leader. Eight of the last 9 Sonoma winners scored their first road course win with that victory. Hamlin's trying to make it 9 for 10. He's not yet won on a road course, but Martin Truex is right there.
Yeah, I don't know what adjustments were made on that last pit stop, but boy, they've really brought the 78 to life. I mean, he's eating these guys up right now. A little bit of damage there on the left rear of the 11 car. We've talked about it earlier, but it looks like it's even gotten worse.
Yeah, it's been there for a long time.
Jamie?
Well, right after the 78, Martin Truex Jr. last pitted, Cole Pearn told him, all right, buddy, That's going to be our last stop unless we get a caution. So let's take care of your tires. Don't use them up. But my question for DW and Jeff is, how do you take care of your tires, not use them up when you're in this position trying to get one more spot on the track?
Well, the best place you can be in is second when you're doing that. You watch the leader, Denny Hamlin. Everything he does, you try to find where his weaknesses are. You see where he's pushing the limits of the car, where he's using up the tires. And every time the 11 slips the tires, you make sure you just ease out of it just a little bit. If he drives it deep and locks up a tire, you just drive in a little bit easier, and eventually just stalking that driver may give you the advantage.
Yeah, and Jamie, there's only really 2 safe places to pass, into turn 7, into turn 11. And so if you can set him up and possibly get him out of line a little bit and make a pass there, then you can dictate the pace of the race once you get in the front.
And one place you can't save tires is when you're right on the rear bumper of that car in front of you. You want to be out front in clean air. So if he sees an opportunity or maybe forces Hamlin into making a mistake, we've seen Hamlin wheel hop into turn 7 in practice, and he hasn't made a mistake today, but maybe he could force him into that mistake and make that pass a little easier.
When you get this late into the race, you pretty much give it all you got. There's still 25 laps to go, but you still got to stay after it.
Chris?
Well, Mike, you see the damage on that the left side of the 11 car. That seam over that left front wheel getting a little bit wider. And talking to teams yesterday after practice and qualifying, they said they were amazed at how much these curbs are beating up the cars. The welds starting to break, especially on those front bumpers. And I think that's what we're starting to see on that 11 car. That team's prepared if they need to come back to pit lane to try and get some bear bond on that fender.
Yeah, how can they be amazed it's doing that when a car goes 4 feet up in the air, it lands, hits curbs, and then those rear quarter panels hang way down?
You know, just think about, Jeff, where Denny's good at. Martinsville, 5 wins. You had 9 there. Here at Sonoma, Denny's never won, but it makes perfect sense that he's been able to drive this track so efficiently. You won a lot here. There's a lot of similarities to getting the power down smoothly and taking care of those tires. I'm not surprised at all that Truex has run down Hamlin and hasn't been able to do anything with them. Denny's been running a very conservative line, taking care of those tires. Be interesting to see if it pays off.
Yeah, Michael, you bring up a really good point. I think maybe even Denny, and I know you and I are surprised that he hasn't won at a track like this, because this is really his wheelhouse, a slick track where you really have to drive the car straight, be easy on the throttle, just like at Martinsville, and he's doing it today.
Yeah, well, you take Truex, he has won here, and he knows this racetrack pretty good, and I got to think they're both Toyotas. I got to think they're probably set up probably identical to each other.
10th place, Kurt Busch, Jimmie Johnson. Now, Tony Stewart just came in and made a stop, Chris.
Well, last time he was in pit lane, it was at lap 69, so he was going to have to stretch it about 40 laps. And the team told him, we need you to just cruise out there, take care of the car. We're not sure we can make it. And after about 10 laps of doing that, Tony Stewart came over the radio and said, hey, guys, I just can't do this. I can't hold anybody off. I need to come to pit lane, get some fresh tires and fuel. Let's roll the dice here.
As a driver, you want to be the aggressor. You want to be the attacker. You want to have fresh tires and drive deep into the corner and go and make passes, not sit there and try to watch your mirror and be conservative and try to keep people behind you. No fun to end a race like that.
And guys, how this could really work out for Tony Stewart, we keep talking about it, with 24 laps to go. I think we've went far enough into this run. If we get a caution, we know most of the leaders are going to come to pit road. Now, if that caution happens, Tony needs it to happen pretty quick while those tires are still fairly fresh.
Yeah, all those things, they all work out for you if you got a pretty good car. You know, you got to have a good car to make things work. Got to make the tires last and all that.
We've only had 2 caution flags today, lap 6 and lap 46. I guess like being in and oh my goodness, the caution is out.
That's exactly what Tony Stewart needed right there.
How about
wow, how about that for Tony Stewart?
I said yesterday, something good has got to happen for Tony Stewart, and it just did. Debris in turn 7 has brought out the 3rd caution of the day. Is that a spring rubber?
Spring rubber, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, Jamie?
Well, Chad Knaus just told Jimmy pit now, and then all of a sudden we heard some expletives from Jimmy, and he said, I think that debris is from our car, guys. And you see that, like you said, a spring rubber there from the 48.
Wow. I'm surprised we don't have. I'm surprised we don't have more cautions for debris. The way these cars are all over the place,
careful look at this. Look at the pounding. This was from practice, not from today. Watch the sheet metal deform on the left front of that nose. And now today we're seeing some of those seam welds break that hold those metal bodies together.
The left front fender right there on the 22 of Joey Logano. And about every car out there, their left front fender has that dent or bend out on it because they've been pounding that curb coming off of turn 4 every single lap.
23 to go. Let's get a nationwide Dale Jr. performance update from Chris.
Well, this caution definitely helping out Dale Earnhardt Jr. too. He just came over the radio, told the team, I think I might have some air coming out of the right front tire. So when we do this pit stop, be prepared. You might have to pick that corner up.
That would be a slow leak.
I believe David Reagan, who was Larry's and my guest at the Grand Marshals dinner Friday night. We talked to him about racing at Sonoma in front of a nice crowd for Speedway Children's Charities. He's going to be the free pass on this caution.
And Mike, a lot of times you get out of line, you pick up some of that rubber debris around the racetrack, which is easy to do under a caution, and you start to feel like you got a problem.
Well, what I like, DW, is seeing some of the track sweepers out there getting some of that rubber and debris from outside the group, because on this 2-wide restart, they're going to need every square inch of this racetrack they possibly can get.
Larry, aside from Tony Stewart, anybody that might not stop?
Well, Mike, we've run 20 laps since that last pit stop, and we're going to have 20 laps to go. But with 34 drivers on the lead lap, I definitely expect some to roll the dice here, because if you just follow the leaders to pit road, that means you'll follow them the rest of the day. So I do think all the guys up front will be coming to pit road.
There's David Reagan. He'll be the free pass car, as so far all the lead lap cars are coming to pit lane. Chris.
And Denny Hamlin's team is going to be trying to be perfect on this stop. Remember, that team's been penalized in 7 different races this year for pit lane. He's pretty happy with his race car. He says, if anything, I just need a little bit of help in 7 and 11. Jamie?
Last set of sticker tires going on for these cars on the 78. They'll be relieved to know that, because he did have to use up some of his tires on that last run. But it's going to get a little tight there, Matt.
And the 18 is in. They're going to go 4 tires on that. Meanwhile, the 47 of Allmendinger, he's been very quiet on the radio since that last adjustment on his car. But this does a lot for a lot of people, including the 19 of Carl Edwards. They feel like this is their shot to win now.
The Advance Auto Parts race off pit road. Hamlin, Kyle Busch, Truex, Edwards, Allmendinger, just ahead of Logano, Harvick, and Earnhardt.
Boy, that was intense coming off the pit road there. Woo!
Really interesting how A.J. Allmendinger, he qualified second, but they took the #1 pit stall because the 19 chose to take a stall further back for those green flag stops and launches off pit road. Paid off for Allmendinger to be in that stall that time.
I thought he hit the wall when he exited.
after Jeff Gordon and I, there aren't any left. Are you kidding me? All the balls in the sport have left at the end of Homestead this year. So just make no mistakes about that.
Tony was asked who was going to take over the mantle of being outspoken, and
nobody's like Tony.
Daryl and Jeff didn't realize that Tony already had the headset on when you called him cantankerous.
Little cantankerous. I don't think he liked that.
Oh, he's already been fired up this weekend. In a little ornery, cantankerous, whatever you want to call it. But, boy, he's got the lead right now. And when you give Tony Stewart the lead, and it's not like he has older tires. I mean, he maybe a half a lap. I think this is going to be spectacular to watch because watch him fight for this.
It was a little earlier than we really wanted to come, Bud, but they were talking about debris for a little bit, so I figured take the chance. Seemed to work out here.
Yeah. I can't ask for any more than the position I'm in, guys, so I'll take what I can get out of this.
Well, let's make that today's KFC hard-working performance is bringing Tony Stewart under green, thinking there might be a caution, and there was.
I love it. That's what you need to do. They were in, what, 18th position, lap 85, 17th position, and you've got to make those kinds of calls and take those types of risks to get yourself in this position. Great job to Mike Bugarevich and that team.
Well, and to give credit to Tony, because Tony said, look, I'm going nowhere on the tires. I'm junk. Let's come in and maybe something will happen. Good call.
Now, A.J. Allmendinger was penalized for an uncontrolled tire violation on that stop, trying to get out ahead of the rest of the cars. Cost him. And he will now restart 35th.
Yeah, he was going to be in sixth position. And A.J. Allmendinger with 20 laps to go on a restart at a road course in sixth position would have been a lot of fun to watch.
And
unfortunate.
Then, Jeff, they've had a good car today. I mean, he's been solid all day long. The car's handle well, run well, and he's driven the heck out of it. But you can see outside the box.
There's the uncontrolled tire right there. This is from the Pro system on NASCAR. You can see it went outside of their pit box just a little bit, but it was out. That's the good thing about this system.
That box looks a little out of whack here.
Yeah.
The shot's at an angle, but here we go. We're going green.
All right, what's going to happen? We got to see what's going to happen here, boys.
Can Stewart hold off the 4 fast Toyotas right behind him?
All right, got a nice jump on that start.
Great start.
Boy, look at those guys, though. They're all lined up behind him. And
whoa, tight there getting through turn 2.
That 78 car Truex, really good.
Yeah, Hamlin can't just focus on the leader in the 14 of Tony Stewart. He's got to pay attention to what's behind him, too. 78 Mark Truex Jr. Kyle Busch gets sideways coming off at 3.8. Those two are hungry as well, been really fast.
Still a little blocking coming down through there.
Now, Patrick Carpentier pulls aside. He is at least a lap down, not running for points, and pulls aside. Whoa, Earnhardt! 3 wide to the inside, pops over the aisle.
Still there, you're pulling up there, door. Still there, door.
Contact to his teammate, Casey King.
Good thing that was his teammate. We got the Gibbs cars lined up, we got the Hendrick cars lined up, and we got Tony Stewart leading.
Yeah, give Stewart the lead and stand back.
Look at this.
Whoa!
Hamlin just took the 78 at Truex downtown.
Whoa,
and Martin locks it up.
I would think that Martin would say, hey, dude, you beat me at Daytona with one of those kind of moves. Not today.
Look at this.
He's going to get it.
He got to the outside of him. He might make a move.
He's going to beat him up that hill, brother. He's going to beat him up there.
No, Hamlin prevails.
I'll be darned. Smoke is loving this.
Yeah, this is working out great for Tony Stewart.
Look at that lead Tony's pulled out there, boys. That's pretty impressive.
Keep battling back there is what he's saying.
Yeah. 84 races.
This is something I never thought I'd see. Tony Stewart's one of the all-time best. I never thought I'd see him on this long of a winless streak. He's so talented. He has so many abilities to win at so many different types of tracks. There's just been a lot of unfortunate circumstances that have put him into this situation. But, boy, can he take advantage of the situation he's in right now out front of Sonoma.
Well, he ran good at Pocono. Then he had that accident. Then he went to Michigan, had a great run at Michigan. Got a week off, came in here, fired up. We saw that in the pre-race show. And right now, he's as happy as he can be.
Oh, man.
Go, baby. He's got car control. Nobody can control a car better than he can.
Here's the question. On the long run, before this last round of pit stops, Stewart's car went away. Did they make the right adjustment? Do they have enough to keep him out front for 18 more laps?
Even on a road course, Mike, clean air, being out front is such a huge advantage. You can run your own line. You can run your own pace. He's going to be hard to get around for quite a few laps here.
Hamlin's job right now, besides holding up Mark Truex Jr., is to put pressure on Tony Stewart. And in order to do that, he's going to have to attack and get up close. But that's going to make his tires start to fade. So it's a tough game to play.
Guess who just ran his fastest lap of the day? Tony Stewart.
And that's that clean air that you talked about, DW.
Yeah.
Now, Stewart is the one driver on track in a must-win situation. He has to get to the top 30 in points, and he must win a race if he's going to qualify for the chase after missing the first part of the season due to an off-season injury in a sand rail. Toward turn 10, Michael McDowell's car is rolling to a stop. Now it's well off the racetrack. The question will be, can he get around the edge of that wall and so that we don't have a caution?
I think he's gonna
No.
Wow.
Oh, poop.
Amen.
Now, McDowell's one of our better road racers, so something mechanical must have gone awry that he could not make it all the way back to pit road.
Now, will some come in and get tires? Larry, what do you think?
No, because we've only run 3 laps and we have 17 laps to go. Plus, I think the big thing, Jeff, is 35 drivers on the lead lap. Pack the pit equipment up. Put it away.
But I don't think this is what I don't really think this helps Tony Stewart any. Cole Pern, he's shaking his head. I don't know what we got to do here.
Chris, how about our leader?
Well, Mike, early in the race, Tony Stewart said the front end of that car felt numb, just a little bit too tight, especially through the high-speed stuff. But in the middle part of the race, he said, we have made progress. Just listening to he and his crew chief, Mike Bugaravich, on the radio, talking about that last round of adjustments, Tony said, we really haven't improved since the middle part of the race. I don't think I have the speed of the guys behind me, but I do have the lead.
Good point.
And it's going to be hard to get it away from me.
What's that line you've got? He's going to be harder to pass than a kidney stone?
Yeah, he will be, too. You put Tony Stewart in the lead, and he needs a win. He needs a win bad. Is probably worse than anybody in the field, and it's a big chance for him today.
Absolutely. Let's take a look at the Busch race summary. After 93 laps, 17 to go, we still have 35 cars on the lead lap. 8 different leaders, 12 lead changes. Only car out of the race, Clint Bowyer. He'll now be joined by Michael McDowell, and McDowell would have been the free pass car, so no one will get that on this, the 4th caution of the day.
I'm so impressed with what I've seen out of these drivers today. There's so many things that can go wrong that you can cause to go wrong as a driver, as well as the mechanical side of it, pounding these cars off of the curbs like we've seen, all the shifting, everything else. There's so many things that go wrong. We've got 35 cars on the lead lap.
So what are they saying on the 14 radio?
I'm trying. Don't try, just enjoy it. I'm not pissed off at anybody, so that's about well, that part's probably true.
Not yet, anyway.
Yeah, the day ain't over with yet.
I think Denny Hamlin's job right here, his objective is to try not to be that one that upset Tony today.
Yeah, that's funny. He's a funny man. You never know what's going to come out of it.
Look at this. He's going to try to fake him.
Oh, yeah. Just watch this.
Now, 35 cars on the lead lap. Yeah, you only have a few laps on your tires.
I mean, maybe somebody way in the back, but other than that, no chance, like Larry said.
Denny Hamlin has led twice for 33 laps today, more than any other driver. The Sprint network is fastest, more reliable, with better coverage than ever. For limited time, switch to Sprint, save 50%. Sprint's been a great sponsor of this series and of Fox NASCAR. It's our final race for 2016. It's kind of like the last day of school. You're looking forward to summer, but boy, you hate to leave all your friends. But folks, don't worry. NASCAR on NBC is coming right up in 1 week.
Checkered flag in the air. Kyle Busch. Carl Edwards. Checkered down on the apron. It's Matt Kenseth. Martin Truex Jr. Joey Logano becomes the 10th different winner this year. That's unbelievable.
It's been an unforgettable NASCAR season here on Fox. And now we hand over the reins to NBC. And this Saturday, they start off with a bang at Daytona, a July 4th weekend tradition. That's this Saturday on NBC.
Well, as exciting as this season has been so far, with the lower downforce package, the lowest downforce package, some of the closest finishes in NASCAR history, well, we can't wait to see what happens next.
Yeah, there's just been a lot of things, happening. Think about Furniture Row. They switched to a Toyota this year, and they dominated that race in Charlotte. I've never seen anybody run a perfect race like that. Stuart Haas going to Fords next year. A lot of things that will happen as the year ends and goes into next year.
It's been really unpredictable this year. There's been times where I thought somebody's just going to go on a roll and dominate, and then they seem to lose that dominance and somebody else takes over.
Tony Stewart's last win at Sonoma was on this date 11 years ago. It was his first win of that season.
This would be a good time to joke about pitting, right?
Yeah, I'll be right there.
Yeah, 10-4. Our brakes have looked good at the end of practice, bud, all that, so you want to dial some front end or whatever you want to do, get after it hard on them. They'll last. They'll make it.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm going to get my money's out on today.
Well, he's really going to get his money out because he's a part owner in that car. He is paying the bills.
He knows how much those brakes cost now.
Well, certainly he's one of our sport's most accomplished drivers, champion, future Hall of Famer, and trying to grab the win that might put him into the chase for 2016. So once again, the 2016 Camry XSE will make the right turn onto Gilligan's Island inside turn 11, and we're going to go racing.
It's been 84 races since he won a race. Think what he's, and you saw how he was today. Think what he's going to be like if he wins this race.
Oh, man.
It'll be 14 laps to go for car 14 on the restart. That is Nelson Stewart, Tony's dad, cheering him on as we get ready to settle it at Sonoma.
I think a lot of people are cheering him on right now.
Oh, man. Another great start.
Yeah, and here comes Martin Truex.
That's exactly what Tony wants to see.
He's
These two
loving
get
it.
side by side behind him and battle.
He is loving that.
Whoa! Thought Martin carried almost too much speed, but he ended up getting a second.
That was a great move by Truex to get that pass right there at the top of the hill, turn one, set his sights on Tony Stewart, and he's got a pretty fast race car.
Logano Edwards still side by side for fifth, with Earnhardt giving chase. Down to turn 4.
What Tony has to be careful of here is if he should try to block Martin and
three wide.
Contact down.
Wow, that's
I think he got
Earnhardt.
the inside wall.
He hit it.
They got 3 wide. I think it was the 4, the 22, and the 88.
The 88 came out the loser in that one.
Boy, he did. He got quite a bit of damage off some smoke off that left front tire. That's not good.
Oh, yeah.
Trouble.
NASCAR is reviewing the restart. We don't yet know what positions are under review, but here's a look at the contact. Look, watch the red car.
Sorry, it was the 22, the 19, the 88. I thought the 4 was in there. Oh, that's heavy damage to the left front of the 88.
Really was.
13 to go. Dale Jr. stays on track with that damage. He's fallen to 12th.
Yeah, he got a lot of rub on that left front.
Tony got a little wide there. Didn't quite make the apex, but was able to get it back on the exit.
I think the thing that he's got to worry about, of course, we only got a few laps to go here, 3 to go, is his tires, but I don't think he has to worry about that because we don't have many laps to go.
13 to go.
No, I think it's just about making clean laps. He knows that 78 and the 11 are really fast, and the 18. Just about not making mistakes here. Oh, look at the 78 drive in deep.
Well, they're all running. These three guys here in the Toyotas are trying to outrun each other, and Tony's loving this.
Yeah, and all that smoothness has went away. These three are really hustling these cars, trying to stay with Stewart and find a place where they can draw a bead on the leader.
Would you have predicted this, that Tony Stewart be leading the race with 10 laps to go?
I did when the caution came out.
Who did I pick yesterday for my Can-Am Ride of the Week?
13 to go, sorry.
I thought that was for qualifying, Mike.
Well, it was. It was for the week, Jeff.
Drivers always round off. It's 13 to go, but we always do that.
Let's make it 12 to go this time.
All right.
Listen, Tony's doing an amazing job holding off the 78, the Martin Truex Jr. We know how fast that 78 has been.
Yep.
But Tony's just not made a mistake. He's kept it online everywhere he needs to be. He's getting the job done.
Oh, baby. Oh. But you know what I love about Smoke? I mean,
look at this. He might try to make a move, but that's not a great place to make a pass. You'll really lose a lot of momentum.
No,
on
but
the
he
exit.
sent him out wide, Jeff. He really had Tony looking.
Yeah, he might be able to get underneath him here.
I think
There
he probably set him up for a pass.
Whoa, they might make contact. Yeah, little contact. Oh, here comes Hamlin. In through the dirt.
Hamlin got off in the dirt, or he had Martin Truex pass, but he got in the dirt. These guys are fighting it, baby.
I thought Martin Truex Jr. was awful kind right there to Tony Stewart. You know Tony's going to fight. He's going to do everything he can to keep these guys behind him.
You want to spin out Tony Stewart?
No.
I don't think so.
Kyle Busch in the mix, going after his teammate.
Martin is fast in places where it doesn't do you any good to be fast. There's just places you cannot pass around this racetrack, and Tony knows that, and so Tony is kind of holding Martin at bay and holding him off really well in the passing zones.
I think it's all about turn 4. He saw where he could get Tony to drive deep and go wide off of turn 4. If he can set him up like that again, he might be able to get that move made this time and dive inside and clear him into 7.
Well, we heard Tony say his front tires had given up over me earlier, so he's abusing them now.
Oh, Tony did a great job putting those corners together.
Yeah, down the bottom of 4 and around there. It was a great lap that time.
Now Stewart went way wide on entry to 7. That's not a defensive move. That's trying to run the fastest line and get away.
Yeah, I mean, if you have a gap, you can do that, and that's definitely going to get you through the corner and off the corner straighter to get you that launch. And he's put a little bit of a gap between himself and Martin Truex Jr.
I think the only way you're going to beat this 14 car is if Tony makes a mistake.
You're going to have to move him.
You're going to have to move him.
Something's going to have to happen. Because he's driving solid right now. He's right where you need to be.
Truex narrows the gap into 11.
You see what Tony does there. He drives in nice and easy, makes that apex, and gets a big straight launch off the corner.
He's got to run 10 more time trial laps.
You just about got it. With Martin Truex hounding you like that, Tony Stewart's got to be perfect. Can't make a mistake. Don't look back. Tony has really been good down to the hill here in round 4.
He and Truex have a couple of tenths of a second on the field last lap.
Right here.
See, he gets
a nice job there.
He gets through there really, really well. He messed up at one time, but other than that, he's been flawless.
Now you see Truex take that wide entry in there to try to get the run off of turn 7.
Yeah, Stewart had a more defensive line that time.
You're not going to. The only way Truex is going to get by Tony in those areas, you got to rough him up, and I just don't see that happening. I really don't.
You know, it's interesting. I mean, going through what I went through last year, my final season, I never thought I'd see drivers, when they see somebody like Tony Stewart, who's a legend in this sport, in his final season, see the 22 go inside the 18, they start to actually pull for that driver. They want to see good things, and that's hard to do towards your competitors. But when you have as much respect as you have for somebody like Tony Stewart, you'll see that happen.
If I look in my mirror and I see Martin Truex behind me, I'm pretty happy, because we know he's a clean driver. And this cat here in the 22, he's been making some pretty bold moves up to 4th.
But what I saw at turn 11 that time was Stewart made a very shallow entry into turn 11, a very, very defensive line, as in, you're not going to dive inside me in this corner. And then he got a good launch off.
I think Tony knows this track well enough, Mike, to know that there's just some places you're not going to be able to pass me. And the other place, I'm going to protect that.
We mentioned top of the show 5 drivers who have never raced in a Cup car at Sonoma, and here's where they stand.
You show me a rookie or a first-time driver at Sonoma that has better record numbers than those. I tell you, it doesn't matter who you are. You come here, it is a tough place to get a hold of.
Oh, Hamlin giving Truex a boot.
That's CDW. I think Hamlin's the other one that has as much motivation as Tony Stewart. He's never won on a road course. Even though he has a win this year, he wants to get a win on a road course.
Now, Hamlin, he might put the bumper to you if he had to. Move you out of the way a little bit.
Bumper cam.
All we know is all this action right here is helping Tony Stewart.
Oh, he's loving every minute of this. If that car will stay under him, if the tires don't give up on him like he said they did earlier, if he can keep that tires on that car to the finish here, he's going to be hard to get by.
Larry, what do you think? Is this run short enough that Stewart is not going to have the big fall off he had on that long run?
You know, the biggest thing Tony Stewart has going for him, Mike?
Wheel hop here by Denny Hamlin.
Motivation. Ooh. Motivation.
Look at these two. Oh, this is exactly what Tony Stewart wants to see.
Clear.
Wow, that opened up 1.3 seconds for Stewart.
That Hamlin's coming now, though.
Yeah.
But Stewart has got him a nice lead because of that action.
I saw a little bit of vibration on that camera, and it made me think that when Hamlin went into that turn 7, we saw him wheel hop in practice. If maybe he didn't wheel hop. Oh, he got wide here. Look at this.
It isn't over yet.
Nope. Not this time.
Hamlin got really loose there coming through turn 10. He's pushing hard.
Yeah. Well, while that's going on, just look where here goes Stewart. He's at the line now, and here these guys come. They're at the line now, so he's got a nice lead.
1.9 seconds of lead. Here's the contact we saw coming out of 7 to 8.
Bouncing off each other, bouncing off the curbs. Bouncy, 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 jouncy.
Tony gained almost a second.
Yep.
In that lap alone.
I think the biggest thing is just going to be if they try and dive bomb getting in. I'm expecting that about 3 or 4 or 5 more laps. Try to dive bomb us into 7, and you'll definitely try to dive bomb us in at 11.
Well, first he's got to
get up there first. He'd just be launching duds right now. He's got to get up there and get it close enough. I swear, I think Stewart's pulling out a little bit.
Yeah, I think now Denny Hamlin regroups. Starts making some smooth corners. He has the faster race car. I truly believe that. But faster race car and passing Tony Stewart's two totally different stories.
Stewart gets a little breathing room now. He got that pressure off him for a little bit here. Get a little breathing room.
Stewart's lead was 1.85. Now it's 1.45.
You want to know how that gap happened. It's after Hamlin got inside the 78 down in up in turn 7. Then he came to turn 10, and this is where the real big gap. He just got wide, tried to go a little too hard through there. Then the 78 and him get side by side. Pretty lucky he didn't step all the way out there.
Yes, sir.
6 laps to go.
Right on the edge.
That last time by Hamlin was about 0.3 of a second faster than Stewart.
Oh, this is exciting, isn't it?
Ooh, this is awesome.
Oh, gosh.
Remember A.J. Allmendinger? Uncontrolled tire violation, restarted 26th. He has gained back 10 of those spots, but he's 11.5 back of the leader in 16th.
Well, again, I just can't help but say how much this race may be looking different if AJ had started up in that position that he came off of pit road. He's so good on restarts here. He knows how to attack and how to make passes, in all those braking zone areas, make people make mistakes to get through the field faster than anybody.
Well, how different would this race be if that caution hadn't have fallen in Tony Stewart's favor?
That's right.
I mean, he was struggling, man. That's a car that was struggling back in the pack.
And the other issue since the restart, when Logano pushed a car into Dale Earnhardt Jr., that left front tire rub has gone away, and Earnhardt continues out there in 11th place.
Now that time by, Stewart a little bit faster than he was the time before. Hamlin about matched his last lap, and that gap is still about 2.5 tenths.
At this rate, Hamlin will catch Stewart with 2 to go.
Yeah, he says he might going to dive bomb him. If he can get to him, I think that's what they'll do. I think that's what he'll do, either into 7 or into 11. That's your chance.
Well, guys, I guess we're sitting here banking that we will run these last 4.5 laps caution-free, but in our last 12 Sonoma races, 6 times, half of them, we had a caution in the final 10 laps, and 3 times we have been to overtime.
Wow. Well, I don't know. The way Tony Stewart's been restarting, I'm not so sure that wouldn't help him.
I know. I say the same thing. It seemed like the leader of the race today has always had the advantage on the restarts. Boy, Hamlin is creeping in the picture, though. He's getting back, getting closer.
Denny's really made some gains right there.
Look at this. Look at the cheerleaders over here.
You can see Tony trying a little bit harder. You saw the back end step out, a little bit of wheel spin there off of turn 11. Oh yeah, Hamlin really stepped it up that time. That was a 1/10 of a second faster that lap than he'd run the lap before.
Yeah, he's getting there now. It's going to be hard to get around Tony, though, because I've been watching him lap after lap like everybody else has not made a mistake, has not put a wheel wrong yet. Boy, there's nothing better a feeling than to be leading a race, even when somebody's hounding you. Tony Stewart, about 84 since you won. Look at him go.
That was big right there. Did you see that? You saw Denny Hamlin. He knows that one of his opportunities is getting into turn 7, and he ran a little bit wide there coming off of turn 4, allowed that gap to open up just a little bit more by Tony Stewart. Yeah, see, Hamlin missed the curb.
Yeah, he didn't get any curb.
He missed the curb. If you don't clip that curb, the car doesn't turn. You get a big push. And he tried to carry a little bit too much speed. He missed the curb, went wide.
The other prime passing point is right here, turn 11. Hamlin not quite close enough on this lap. And they'll come around 11, back to the start finish, 3 to go.
Oh, great launch off that corner by Tony Stewart.
Jeff, a couple of years ago here, you were chasing Carl Edwards just like this. At what point did you say, okay, I'm not going to catch him?
Well, I had newer tires. He had really old tires, and I saw him making mistakes, and I started getting a little bit eager and started losing a little bit of patience, knowing that we were closing the gap on the number of laps. And I started making mistakes. So there's a very fine line there, and that's exactly what Denny Hamlin has to do right now. He has to watch everything that Tony's doing. If he makes a mistake, that's where you make sure you don't make a mistake.
Yeah, we saw Hamlin get wide in this turn right here, and that cost him a bunch of time.
And you start seeing those laps wind down, and you know you're running out of time. You know, how many opportunities are you going to get to not only get to the back bumper of Tony Stewart, but make that pass? You only have 1 or 2 opportunities if it happens on the last lap.
This is going to be it's going to be close when they get down here at turn 11 this time. He's gained a bunch, starting to look really close.
This is
all of the top 7 have won this year, except Tony Stewart. He's the only driver out there in a must-win situation. He has to have a win to make the chase for the Sprint Cup, NASCAR's playoffs. And he's 2 laps and a corner away.
I mean, this thing is going to come right down to that final white flag lap.
That turn right there. That turn's where it's going to happen.
I think he pulled away from him right there, guys.
I think that's why I asked you, Jeff, because I think I see out of Hamlin what I saw out of you a couple of years ago, just overdriving, trying to get there and can't make it.
Yeah, and he just did it right there as well. DW right through turn 1, coming up to turn 2. You saw the 11th slide the front end. Look at this. Tony pulled out a little bit of a gap there.
And right here is follow the leader. I mean, it's just hard to really make a pass here until you get over to turn 7, maybe. Still a little dicey.
I mean, this is classic Tony Stewart right here. This is what has made him a 3-time champion, all the race wins he's had. Put your... Oh, no, hops.
He got in there and he just got it sideways. That's
Tony, I won't brag on you anymore. I'm not going to say a word, man.
That's a mistake that Denny Hamlin was waiting for, but I don't know if he can capitalize on it or not.
Wow. I mean, that was a great recovery.
I think those tires are going away on that 14 car, though. That's where he fought earlier today, and he's right there on the verge now.
And turn 7 is so tricky. It's so easy to get in there and lose their grip on the rear tires.
What do you think? Hamlin setting him up for a last lap pass?
I don't know. He's going to have to get closer than this.
Turn 11, last lap is where it could happen. Off 11, coming to the
flag this time, white flag.
And the white flag waves. 1 to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank.
Well, this is the closest Hamlin's been in a few laps.
I tell you, I think Hamlin's he's going to pounce. If he's got anything, Tony better not do what he did in the 7 this time, or he's in trouble.
Try to dive you down here.
They're working him.
Not close enough.
Nope. Tony's right where he needs to be, man.
See if he can make a gain. It's all about getting off of this corner. He gets in there good. Oh, he missed it a little bit.
We're about to. Be ready for the dive.
Uh-oh. Oh, he's wheel hopping. He's going to hit him.
Hamlin is there.
He hit him.
Oh, got him. Oh, no. No.
It's not over.
Get him back.
Denny got in there and wheel hopped. I don't think he meant for that to happen, but then he made contact with Tony. I think Tony was also pretty loose getting in there.
Well, that was what happened to Tony lap before, you know, when he got loose into 7, and that allowed Hamlin to close up.
Hey, this thing's not over, guys. Watch what happens into turn 11 in this heavy braking zone.
2 more corners. Hamlin trying to pull away.
Close enough.
I think Tony used up his stuff. I mean, we knew he was having, you know, issues
Here we go.
with the car.
Stewart inside. He is there. He gets Hamlin. They hit. And Stewart comes off turn 11. And he's coming to the flag.
How did that
Tony
just happen?
Stewart
How did that happen? Are you kidding me?
Oh, my goodness.
All right, man. How does that feel, buddy? Still a champion, buddy. Yeah, I'll take that.
That's funny.
We started our season in Daytona with an unbelievable side-by-side finish. Denny Hamlin stealing the lead from Matt Kenseth and beating Martin Truex by fractions of a second.
And we better every week. I'm really proud of everybody on this deal.
We
Just
finished
keep going, guys.
with a spectacular finish.
Wow.
He just made the chase.
2
right there.
drivers who both refused to lose on the last lap.
That was absolutely incredible, that last lap.
Look at that.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, look at listen to the crowd. They're going nuts. I think he's going to have a different tone when he gets out of the car in Victory Lane today. Wow.
I'm telling you, you think he was
Very proud of you, pal.
cantankerous this week? Wait till next week. Oh, wow.
Any question what our 5-hour energy move of the race might be?
Let's watch this.
So Tony's pretty conservative. Denny goes in there, and Denny started wheel hopping. It's unbelievable that both of them even made that corner. Tony gives up the spot.
And Denny scoots away.
Yeah. And I mean, I knew that Tony was going to make a run at him in turn 10, but I tell you, I think what happens here, I think Denny gets loose and maybe wheel hops a little bit with the rear tires getting into turn 11 and went wide and left the door wide open for Tony Stewart. Let's see. Here we come out of through 10.
Look at the lead. I mean, got a huge
11,
lead.
huge lead.
Something happens here to the.
He checks up early. Look at Tony goes in. But why'd he go wide? Something happened to Hamlin to force him wide. And absolutely, that's what you got to do. If you want the win, you do exactly what Tony Stewart did.
He locked up the right front there.
Yeah, he locked up the right front. Just run him wide, take that win away.
You know what? It wouldn't surprise you looking back to see where Stewart is, and you overdrove the corner.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Look at that. What a thrill.
There are all the Stewart-Haas crewmen up on the wall to congratulate their leader.
Mike, the thing we said, we felt like he could make the top 30 in points, but getting a win was going to be very difficult. Not anymore.
Now he's just got to get consistent, get himself in that top 30. It's going to happen now.
He might have gotten there today.
Unbelievable.
And just like
I can't believe with the amount of lead Denny Hamlin had going to 11 that Tony could even get to him.
I know. I agree.
It's almost like he went in there so conservative that
I think
the
he was
car
looking,
lost some grip when he went in there so easy.
I think he was looking back. Where is Tony anyway?
Now you'll see Denny Hamlin coming to 11
Now
on the
watch
final
rear
lap.
tires. Maybe he wheel hops going in here. Oh yeah, look at that. See it hopping?
Yep.
So what it is he can't get the car slowed down. It's wheel hopping, and he's just trying to drive the car straight. That's what he locks the right front of him, but it's only because he carried too much speed in there because those rear tires were trying to lock up.
Yeah.
And now, unofficially, Tony Stewart is only 9 points out of 30th place.
Yeah, that's a big day.
So as you said, if you win, it'll take care of itself.
Big
Kevin
day.
Harvick going
big
in there.
Day.
Big hug from teammate Kevin Harvick. He knows how much that means to Tony.
Harvick finished 4th today.
Oh, here
there's
comes
Kurt Busch.
6. Here comes Kurt.
I wouldn't be surprised you see half the field or more come down and see Tony Stewart after this race.
Yeah, after what he's been through, you know, missed the first 8 races.
Back in January, Tony Stewart was riding a sand rail in the desert, just having fun with friends. Came down hard and crushed a vertebrae. Had surgery, sat out for many races, and everybody thought that this final season was done, that he'd get back in the car but not have a chance to make the chase and run for the championship. And that all changes today.
I agree.
Never count out Tony Stewart from anything.
Great job.
Tony Stewart taking home the checkered flag today. Sunoco fueling victory.
Old school boys. Go around the track with that flag hanging out the window.
Guys, think about Michael Bugger Ravage, a rookie crew chief. Before the season started, Tony Stewart gets hurt. Michael is thrown a lot of different curveball with a lot of different drivers. Now he is a winning Sprint Cup Series crew chief and will probably be a participant in the chase this year. So thumbs up to Michael Bugger Ravage.
Let's join Chris Neville with the runner-up.
And Denny Hamlin, one of the strongest cars all day. And Denny, after the checkered flag, I heard you on the radio. You apologized to the team. You said, I shouldn't have given him that opportunity. What happened on that last lap?
Looking in the rear view more than looking out front. And but I still, I got in there. I didn't wheel hop or anything. I just slid up just a little bit in the middle and allowed him to really get a good run on me. And once he had inside position, we weren't going to drag race at that point. I knew he was going to, put me in the wall, but it was, he's doing what he has to do, and we were trying to do what we had to do in turn 7. So, all is fair in love and war.
Denny Hamlin comes home second.
0.6 of a second back.
I don't know. I thought I saw those rear tires skipping a little bit there, but obviously Denny feels like he just went in there and watching his mirror a little bit and left that door.
Where is he now?
Hey, this is where he got his nickname Smoke from, right here.
Smoke Johnson, yeah.
What an incredible season. What a start with Hamlin winning Daytona. What a finish. You had Martin Truex and that incredible run at Charlotte. We've had so many great moments in this Fox part of our season.
And Mike, that's said old school. Riding around a racetrack carrying a checkered flag. That was an honor back in our day. That's what you did.
Mike,
it's still an honor.
I think I go back to Daytona 500. That finish we had there, spectacular, right to the line photo finish. And now the Fox season here in 2016 is going to end with a final lap pass and great battle between Denny Hamlin and a victory of Tony Stewart in his final season.
Yeah, go back to Richmond. Just think, 2 teammates fighting for the win. Last lap pass, last corner.
We've seen some spectacular racing.
Well, fellas, thanks for a great season. And Jeff, what a great run as our Rookie of the Year.
Well,
boy, you're such a great addition to the Fox.
Oh my gosh,
We've had a blast.
I've had so much fun. Thank you to everybody at Fox, especially everybody up here, in this booth. It has been such a pleasure, and I've had so much fun watching great races just like we did here today. And I'm a big race fan, and I can't wait to come back next year and have some more fun up here.
Rodney Childers there, congratulating Bugger Ravage. Nice, just a nice touch.
Tony Stewart's going to head for victory lane. We're going to head for one final time to the Hollywood Hotel. Chris Myers.
All right, thanks, Mike. Daryl and Jeff at a champion, rising to the occasion with Michael Waltrip, Chris Myers, and these are the chase standings. So our 11th different winner over the first 16 races of the 36-race season.
Yeah, Tony Stewart had to win to be a part of this chase, and he did that. He will get in the top 30 in points and be a participant in this chase for the championship.
Now, let's talk about the Denny Hamlin move, because you were watching saying he'll catch him and he'll put a move on him, and he's got the better car. And we heard from Denny, who didn't seem as bothered as I thought he would be, but it looked like a driver miscue that he really had the race and had to hold off Stewart and didn't do it.
Well, he skipped his rear tires into turn 7 and made contact with Tony, and that's how he got the lead. And it just looked like he was watching the mirror, making sure he wasn't going to get that favor returned and miss the turn. I mean, that's a tight corner, and it looked like Denny just messed up.
But quality racing, even with Martin Truex there when they were chasing Stewart, you could sense on the track the respect they have for this 3-time champion while still trying to go out and win the race themselves.
And you got to just appreciate the job he did behind the wheel of that 14 car. I mean, that's the best in the world. And you saw Denny separated from the rest of the pack to run Tony down. They were running some fast lap times at the end of the race, and Tony just did his job and stayed right in the groove where he belonged. Denny made a bit of a mistake in the 7 and got him the lead, made another one in 11, he lost it.
And let's check the unofficial results. Joey Logano got all the way up to 3rd. Carl Edwards, who started on the pole and looked like in the first half he was going to win this race, right ahead of Martin Truex. And there's Kevin Harvick in the 6th spot. Kevin Harvick finishes in the top 10 today at Sonoma. So you get, not just you, Michael, everybody gets a free bloomin' onion tomorrow at Outback Steakhouse. Yeah, it's pretty good. If you want more information, visit outback.com/racing as we look at some of the other results.
Tough break for Dale Earnhardt Jr., one of the fastest cars on the track all day long. Got in that mix-up coming off turn 4, had some damage. Jimmy Johnson's strategy, didn't have the car he wanted, kept trying to adjust it. Couldn't quite get there.
Only rookie ever to win at Sonoma, Juan Pablo Montoya. You saw Chase Elliott's finish and rounding out Clint Bowyer, the early frustration. But what a finish and what a win for Tony Stewart, even at this stage in his swan song season. And down there in victory lane, Matt Yoakum is with him for the celebration.
Mike, when you look at this, the drivers through the years, so many times, Chris, that we see legendary drivers go out without celebrations like this. Nobody can describe the journey Tony Stewart has been on over the past 3 years. Smoke, does the impact of this win even more meaningful, the timing of it?
Oh, man. They're all good. It doesn't matter where you get them, but we could run close to those guys all day. We just got stuck back in traffic, so it's pretty ironic. The last one we got was in a Code 3 car, and I'm proud to do it again, but proud of Mobil 1 and Bass Pro and everybody. They just an awesome job.
You look at your legendary career, your 8th road course win, your final year. What does it mean to chalk up another one on your racing resume?
Especially at a place you're going to for your last time, that means a bunch. So it's it's special, trust me.
I remember your dad when you won the Brickyard for the first time in turn 2 in the suite. He kept waving you on. That's what he was doing every time you'd go by here. Walk us through that exciting last lap and then Hamlin's comments through the window after.
I made mistakes the last 2 laps. I had a little bit too much rear brake for turn 7 and wheel hopped it 2 laps in a row. But, I felt the nudge when I got down there, and he knew where it was. I mean, he did the right thing doing it there, but if I could get to him, he knew it was coming, and he just told me he was proud of me. I mean, he knows what it means, and, we were teammates for a long time. We respect each other a lot.
His 49th career win, and Chris, when you look at the popularity of Martin Truex Jr.'s win at Charlotte, I think this trumps this from the reaction from the fans and the folks in the sport.
At age 45, the sweat pouring out of a worn out but not finished yet Tony Stewart. And on the pre-race show, Darrell Waltrip called him cantankerous, and he fired right back. Congratulations to the Coca-Cola Racing family member Tony Stewart for his historic win. And on the pre-race show, we asked him as well as the owner-driver, what would the owner tell the driver, Tony Stewart? He said the owner would shut up and let the driver speak, and he spoke today. Tony, number 1 here as he gets to victory lane. Let's check in now with Chris Neville.
And Carl Edwards right near the front for most of the day. Carl, you had that contact with Dale Earnhardt Jr. there at the end. What happened?
Man, we had such a good car on the short run, and I got a run on Joey, and he got out there wide and came back across, and I tried to go under him, and right then Dale was going under me. So I just really appreciated Dale giving me some extra space. We had a fast Stanley Toyota, and even torn up like this, finished fourth, but I thought we had a shot for the win.
Thanks, Carl.
Well, Martin Truex Jr. had one of the top 2 best cars all day long. You end up 5th at the end. Thinking back, is there anything you could have done differently, especially when you were battling with Tony?
No, not really. I mean, for some reason that last set of tires, our car got real loose, and then it got even looser after that last caution. So we were kind of sitting duck there. I took a couple shots at Tony, knowing that I was going to be in trouble in a few laps, and if I didn't get by him there, I was going to be backing up, which happened. So all in all, it was a good day. We just could never get the strategy. It seemed like every time we passed the guys we were racing on the racetrack, we needed to pass to command the race. Caution come out, and some of them guys had, catch it just right and pit before it and come out ahead of us. So all in all, it was a great weekend for us. We executed all weekend, which is what you need to do, and we had a good game plan coming in, and we stuck to it and worked out for us. Just circumstances didn't play out the way we needed them to, but proud of everybody, Furniture Row and Denver Mattress, everybody at Toyota for their help, and it was a lot of fun today.
Thanks, Martin.
Can't help but think of Tony Stewart's last of his 3 championships. Remember, he didn't win a race, got into the chase, won half the chase races. He even jokes that I don't belong. Well, in his swan song season here, belongs in victory lane, and you see how worn out he is on what has been a great season.
Don't back that man in a corner. He'll come fighting out. He proved it today.
For Michael Waltrip, Darrell Waltrip, Jeff Gordon, Mike Joy, Larry McReynolds, Jamie Little, Vince Welch, Chris Neville, Matt Yoakum, I'm Chris Myers. Thanks for being a part of NASCAR and FS1 and Fox. We wish our colleagues at NBC great luck the rest of the way. Have a great summer.
This is going to be so wild. Oh, this is going to be epic. Biggity, let's go racing. Yeah, baby. I know right where it's at. I'm gonna get just like that. You'll never see me again. I'm not coming back.
Checkered flag in the air.
Are you ready for what's coming? Did he pull that off? That was not a video game. That was real life.
That's unbelievable. The celebration is on.
We'll see you in February.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our fans for your support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.